The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School football is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemin, Mercy One, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bows on the Floors. Thank you for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic football.
And good evening and welcome to Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Thursday night high school football here on Iowa Catholic Radio, Dowling and Fort Dodge, the final regular season game. Mark Amadale along with Matt Mandering and John Chido. As we got a beautiful night, 75 degrees, mostly clear skies, a little smoky out there, but Matt, it's hard to believe week 7 is now the final week of the high school football season, and here we are.
Here we are, and you know, you get one of those nights this late in the year where it gets this warm. It's kind of offsetting a little bit. You're getting had some cool nights, but it's a great night for football after a cool one last week, and away we go.
No question. And John, you know, this is a good night to be down on the sideline. You got a beautiful night for the Maroons. They probably won't play next week. They're more likely going to bye. And for Dowling, they'll be 2 Fridays away from playing. So this is the final regular season game, and then a week off, or about 14 days off or so.
Yeah. Try to organize the change with coming to play on a Thursday night and then having a practice on that Sunday where you normally practice on that Monday, and then you're off for the week after this. So you want to get through this game healthy and with some success, and hopefully get prepared for the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, Dowling comes in with a record of 4-1. They're ranked second in the state. Fort Dodge coming in with a record of 3-3. A not so good thing for the Dodgers. They've had 10 turnovers in the last 2 games, and Matt, that's never good, especially as you're preparing for the postseason.
Yeah, you want to take care of the ball because you give short fields to the teams in this conference, and they're going to take advantage of it. I don't care who it is, and puts them behind the 8 ball. You get in those holes like that, and it's tough for a team to dig out of it, especially a team that's been dealing with some injuries and things like that. They don't have the consistency with their guys on the field, and makes it a challenge.
Yeah,
it does.
And for Dowling, their offense, so they got most of their team back, but again, Zach Swagger, questionable tonight. So that means he could play. It depends on what Coach Wilson wants to do, and Kayla Kokenauer, the fullback, out. So we'll see Ben Faber start again at fullback for the 3rd straight game, and Cam Middleton start at running back. And, we haven't seen big drop-off there, John, yet, but against Fort Dodge defense, they're a team that likes to score, but they don't play a whole lot of defense. So that might be a big night for Cam and possibly Blake Anderson at tailback.
Yeah, it will, Mark. It'll be a good night for them to get their running game going. Fort Dodge plays that 3-3-5 defense, which is a lot of teams play, and spread defense, which you see in the Big 12, and a lot of points scored in the Big 12. And no different in high school football when you have those type of defenses, and you be able to exploit some different things with that. And it's all about getting that running game going, and it starts with that offensive line.
It certainly does. And we got a new starter at right tackle tonight. Finn Claypool, a young man who transferred from Roosevelt, starting at right tackle. Michael One will still be there, but Michael will start at on a defensive line. So Michael won't have to go both ways, and that's been a big backup to both those positions, Johnny. Yeah,
we talked about that going into the season, about the depth of Dowling and a lot of new kids that were getting some valuable minutes, and that pays off a lot when you start getting into the playoffs. When you're able to establish depth at the offense and defensive lines and other places. So when you only have a guy going both ways, you lose that guy and you lose 2 positions, not just one. So
that is so true. All right, tonight we also have Thursday night football. Not only is Dowling and Fort Dodge playing here at Valley Stadium, but the team we played last week, Marshalltown, they traveled to Sioux City, take on Sioux City North. Again, these are all regular season finales. Tomorrow night, Johnson is at number 1 Southeast Polk to end the season. Number 3 Urbandale at number 6 Waukee. That is a key matchup. CISN.TV will have the coverage there. Indianola's at 4th-ranked Ankeny Centennial at Valley, so there'll be another game here. That's why we're playing tonight. And Ames is at Ottumwa. And, of course, Mason City, Class 3A, one of the CIML teams, they're traveled to number 10 Ballard. Ballard cannot host due to the derecho that went through, so their stadium has kind of been destroyed. So they're playing that game at Gilbert High School tomorrow. So that's a look at some of the teams. And, of course, East Lincoln, Hoover North, and Roosevelt not playing tonight, and nor will they play in the postseason. So that's a look at what we have going on. Mr. Magruder, and a lot of things going on at Dowling. It's senior night here.
It is senior night. It's always good to recognize the kids, and you get this condensed season, this condensed regular season, and it makes things kind of odd all the way around. And to have senior night this early, this is good. And we have a lot of great kids and a lot of great leadership, and you've seen it develop throughout the year, and it is fun to see.
And the Dowling seniors and their parents about ready to be introduced will be introduced before the game. Halftime, the Dowling cheerleaders and dance team will perform. But we want to welcome in tonight another person who's part of Iowa Catholic Radio, and that is Mark Stanley with his son Ethan. They won the Iowa Catholic Radio Men's Stag to be a sideline coach for a game. Mark, welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being here. And I know you have a special play called dialed up for Coach Wilson because everybody's great. Everybody can grill real well, and we're all great fantasy football players,
right.
And we're all offensive coordinators. So, do you and Ethan got something dialed up tonight for
Sweep
Dowling?
Left? Vince Lombardi days. Let's
there
go.
You go.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, here we go.
You and Mr. Mainring. Might as well get Mark Coulier back.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Well, Mark, welcome. And talk about how you got here tonight, winning that sideline coach for a game. And Ethan's a guy that is going to be part of this, so I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I see he's got Dowling stuff on. Dowling golf.
Yep. New freshman at Dowling this year, Ethan.
Well, you got the guy that those golf courses, Ethan, around town. There's one of the owners right there. And Mr. Gray, your Coach Gray, we're having him on at halftime, so you may want to stand clear. All right. Say something. Wait, let's put him on. Ethan, say something. Say hello.
Hi.
You looking forward to this?
Yeah, super.
You're involved with golf and band at Dowling. Is that correct?
Yep, that is.
Now.
He's lived quite an experience. It's not a true Dowling experience because he hasn't been in school every day. Have you been going half and half?
Yeah, but that's been working out great. The Dowling Maroons handled that very well.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
What I have to ask you is, you also play in the band, but what instrument do you play in the band? You'll love this, Coach.
Okay.
I play in percussion.
Oh yeah.
I love that. Mark, you got soundproof walls at home?
Soundproof walls for sure.
All right. So you went to the men's stag. Iowa Catholic Radio sponsored that back in September. I didn't get the invitation this year, Matt. They didn't. I got left out. I played that a lot in high school too. Left out. But talk about how that all came about.
Yeah.
Mark
So I've been working with Iowa Catholic Radio for a couple of years, with Joe Teeling and doing some, development around their business plan and helping them grow and kind of stay. Basically just helping them grow, right?
Sure.
And helping them structure their business and keep on track month to month, day to day, week to week.
And you're around the Dowling administration too, Dr. Ryan, Mr.
Yep.
Mandering, Mr. Wilson, and all those folks.
Work with Dowling as well. Every 90 days we get it together for a quarterly session.
Yep.
And grill them a little bit and ask them some tough questions.
Makes us sweat.
Make them sweat.
He does.
Make them report out on their rocks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Mark has guided us through some leadership things and just really helps us organize ourselves in administratively to help guide and move the school forward.
And Mark, the name of your company, you give it a plug here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's the Y Company. We've been around for 20 years, and we do the EOS process. That's the Entrepreneurial Operating System, and so we bring that to many different companies and organizations around the central Iowa.
Well, we appreciate you having on board, and thanks for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you very much.
And pulling this guy off the golf course here, Ethan.
Yeah.
Now, Ethan, you're going to be on the sideline. Are you looking forward? I think we're trying to work it out so you can go in the locker room at halftime. Something, just so you know, myself, Mr. Mainring, and John Chida, we're not allowed in the locker room, so you may have to be a first. So can you give us a report to Johnny on the sideline after halftime?
Will do. Will do.
What's the best thing Mr. Gray taught you in golf, Ethan? I want to know this.
Short game, short game, short game.
Is he still saying that? I mean, Johnny, that's true. And you know what? It's true. That's a lot. That's a lot that's true. So, well, we hope you have fun tonight, Ethan.
Yep.
And I'm glad your dad's here to kind of keep an eye on things. Be careful on the sideline. You got to be aware of what's going on because these guys just because they got lines down there doesn't mean they stay in them. So they may run outside them. So,
and you can go farther this year too.
Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah, you'll have the teams down about the 10-yard line. But Mark, what do you think tonight? You got a great night. You got a
perfect night. Yeah, perfect night. Couldn't have a better night for football. Excited to be here on a Thursday night.
Well, we thank you for being
thanks
up
for
here.
having us.
And,
he's a big Hawkeye fan, so he's getting ready.
But now he's 50-50. He went from Packers to Hawks. Now I'm starting to really like him. That's awesome.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for being up here.
Thanks,
Ethan,
Mark.
have fun.
Thank you.
That's Mark and Ethan Stanley, winners of the Men's Stag here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And gentlemen, before we go to our first break, as we're just about due, looking forward to head coach Tom Wilson talking about tonight. We talked about different subjects, but it should be a great night. Folks coming out, come on out. It's a beautiful night.
It is a nice night. It's a good night to sit out in the back deck and listen to the game on the radio or watch it on CISN. And this is, it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to be a time when Coach Wilson gets a lot of guys in the field to see some seniors play, and just it's one of those nights that becomes a culmination point for a lot of kids.
And our sideline reporter, Mr. John Shido, had a little bit of an injury this week, but he's going to overcome that. He's got the boot on.
He's tough.
But 1 year from now, he will be escorting his son, number 84, Joey Shido, across the field. Is that right? We got to take notes.
We take it 1 year at a time.
Say that again. I had you.
We have to get him to that point, so we take it 1 year at a time. But yeah, hopefully that's the case.
What do you mean you got to get him there first? I don't understand that. Is this an academic thing? Is this an athletic thing, Mr. Maynard? What's he referring to?
I don't know.
I think it's his uncle.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
All right, let's take a break. Come back with head coach Tom Wilson. As I had a conversation with Coach yesterday about tonight's game. It's Dowling and Fort Dodge from Valley Stadium. Dowling Senior Night here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610. Online at ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
And welcome back to the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Tonight it's Dowling and Fort Dodge. It's senior night for Dowling, and I'm joined by head coach Tom Wilson here. This is Mark Amadale from Valley Stadium. Coach, thanks for joining us, and best of luck tonight. And it's hard to believe the season finale.
Thank you. It is hard to believe, but here we are, and senior night, and hopefully I think it sounds like it'll be a beautiful night, and we'll be ready to go.
Well, it certainly is, Coach, and it's hard to believe in this limited season. 9 games. We're used to regular season games in the playoff start, and here tonight it's the final game, 7 games, and Dowling's played. This will be your 6th because you had the so-called bye week with Roosevelt. So this has got to be a different thing, and even after tonight, Coach, it looks like you might have 2 weeks off before you play your first round game if what we think may happen. You get a bye next week. This has certainly been an unusual year. Stop and go, stop and go.
It has been, and talking with some of the parents with, our senior night grab and go dinner that we had on Wednesday night, it has been different, but we're obviously very proud with the opportunity to play, and hopefully we can continue to get better and be at our best in the postseason and see what happens from there. But just happy to play and hopefully making progress.
And I know injury is a big part of the season. That first bye came at a great time. We were playing Roseville a couple weeks ago. You had a lot of kids banged up. We saw that in the Johnson game. It kind of showed, and now the kids starting to get healthy, except for your backfield, Gokenauer and Schwager. Questionable tonight. I know Gokenauer won't go, and that's a big part of the offense. The blocking back and obviously the running back, but some kids have stepped up. I know Faber got the start last week. Ben Faber at fullback for Gokenauer, and of course we saw Cam Middlebrooks and Blake Anderson play tailback due to the injury to Zach Schwager.
Yeah, it's kind of next man in, and Schwager, we'll see how he feels in pregame and things like that. He's coming off a high ankle that he got in that Waukee game, and it's, as you mentioned, Faber. We also use Caden Sanders quite a bit more, and he's really come in and done a good job as well. And so, we're mixing a few other people in there, and trying to gain experience and try to cover up where we had some injuries. But hopefully we can come out of this fairly clean, and as you mentioned, probably a bye week after that, which is. We should be able to navigate that. There's good and bad that comes with it, but it's what it is, and we'll use that time to get us better, hopefully.
Visit with Dowling head football coach Tom Wilson before tonight's game. Dowling and Fort Dodge here at Valley Stadium. Senior night, Thursday night game, as Valley will be playing at home tomorrow night against Ankeny Centennial here at Valley. That's why Dowling's playing tonight. And, Coach, kind of recap the win at Marshalltown, another road game, 42-0 Maroons. What a night it was between quarterbacks Steingraber and Louis Brooks. They hooked up with 3 touchdowns, but there's a reason for that. We didn't call Andrew Lynch's name once, the outstanding tight end. He did a lot of things, probably the dirty work, but they must have took him away because some other kids got open, and you capitalized.
Well, we did, and it certainly wasn't by design not to get Andrew the ball. I know one play call in the red zone where I think it was Louis' second touchdown. I was thinking it was going to Lynch. And then Louis opened up, and Steingraber got him the football for a touchdown up and over their defender. So, in that ball game, I thought we started out fast, went down and scored, and then sputtered. And it's like I told our kids at half, we're up 7-0 with 5 minutes left to go in the half. And we put the drive together and scored to make it 14-0, and then they fumble it to us and deep in their territory, and then we're able to capitalize on that. So, the 21-0 at the half probably isn't indicative of how that half went. But then I thought in the second half we came out fairly businesslike and took care of things. And, I've made no secret about one of the biggest concerns that I've had during this shortened season and the way things have gone in our COVID world is really getting other kids playing time and experience. And, we've tried to get creative with that with a scrimmage with Waukee, and then we're going to have a 10 through 12 game this coming Monday with Waukee over there to try to get kids some playing time. But we were able to get our kids in the ball game Friday night, which was certainly a big goal for me, and happy we could do that. Never enough, but yet they were able to get into a varsity football game.
Head coach Tom Wilson joined me on the pregame show. We'll take a break, come back, talk to Coach Wilson about tonight's opponent, the Fort Dodge Dodgers, and the 31 senior football players and the support staff being recognized before tonight's game. Dowling and Fort Dodge from Valley Stadium. More pregame coming up. This is Mark Amadeo here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio is now available on your smart speaker, like the Amazon Echo or the Echo Dot. All you have to do is set up the Iowa Catholic Radio skill. You can listen to Iowa Catholic Talk Radio or Music Radio whenever you want. Step 1, say,
Alexa, enable the Iowa Catholic Radio skill.
Or enable it through your Alexa app. Step 2, say,
Alexa, open Iowa Catholic Radio.
Step 3, Alexa will give you a choice to listen to Iowa Catholic Radio Talk or Iowa Catholic Radio Music. Now enjoy listening to Iowa Catholic Radio through your smart speaker.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
High school football, and it's senior night for the Maroons. And, Coach, I know it's a special moment. Very, very shortly I'll be introducing the Dowling seniors. Right now I counted 31, plus obviously the cheerleaders and all the support staff, your team managers, being recognized. And, boy, it's hard to believe we're at that moment. But 31 this year, and some of them came late. Some of them here only been a Dowling student maybe for the last month, but they're all being recognized with their families.
Yeah, it is, and it's always, a special time. And, most of these kids go through, 4 years of our program, and a lot of them coming in through our parochial school and the Catholic Football League, and so it's a journey. And get to know the families quite well, and it is, the kids have put in a lot of work and they put in a lot of time, and you always want for them to see the fruits of their labor, and hopefully we can continue to do that. But it's been an enjoyable group of kids. Hasn't been the easiest of circumstances by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that they've handled it quite well. And as we've mentioned, we've been able to get to this point in our season.
And you look back at your senior captains that were voted on not only by their peers but also their coaching staff. You look at kind of how they've led this team, and a couple of them didn't play. Lynch and I believe your center were out for a game. Jake Olson didn't play a game, so they've had to really step up, and they really lead this senior group. But they're also leading the team, the sophomores and the juniors that are part of this team.
They do, and they've done a nice job for us, and all of those captains, they're really kind of different. You get a Jack Meyer who's a pretty quiet guy, and then you get Louis Brooks who's pretty fiery when it comes game time. And, I imagine you would consider Lynch and Olson right in the middle. And, the nice thing about this group is we've had, kids like Josh Stanfell, who isn't always on the field and things like that, but he's a phenomenal leader for us. And success stories like that, I think, are as fun as anything else. Is it matters to them, and it means a lot to them. And, nobody, wants us to be successful any more than a kid like Stanfell and others. So, that's all part of it as well.
And, Coach, tonight you take on Fort Dodge here at Valley Stadium on your final regular season game in senior night, as we talked about. But the Dodgers come in, they're kind of limping in. They're 3-3 overall record. They're going to play a full season of 7 games. But I know for Coach Mosier in his first year, his dad's a longtime coach here, Sam, and he's retired, and comes to a lot of the practices and games and part of that Wood League chain too. And I know Coach has a lot of respect for you. You've talked to him, as what he's told me in the meeting I had with him the other day. This is a team that has some talent, a lot of quickness, but also banged up. So it's going to look like your team here, maybe against Johnston, with kids banged up possibly tonight.
Yeah, I think Nick's doing a nice job. I must be getting old because I knew Sam Mosier for several years, and Nick, he has called several times off-season wise and asked some different questions, and I've always liked Nick. He played at Iowa State with some of my former players that I had. So I think he's a good young coach, and I think he's what Fort Dodge needs, and he is Fort Dodge. And I think what you'll see is a very tough, aggressive football team. And, I think what the previous staff brought was they have an arsenal of trick plays that I don't even know how you practice them all. And you'll probably see double passes and reverses and who knows what else will come out of the bag. So we're going to have to be disciplined. We're going to have to play hard. It's going to be a physical game, and that's the way Fort Dodge plays. And, them being banged up, as you mentioned, we've been there and done that, and hopefully both of us get healthy. But our job is to play hard and play to our level and hopefully come out on top.
And defensively for Fort Dodge, they got the young man at safety, one of the Daniel triplets that leads the state in interceptions with 7. That might be an interesting matchup to watch tonight offensively for Dowling.
Well, it is. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me when I was looking at the stats, and I don't see as well as I used to. I didn't have my glasses on, and all of a sudden I see 7, and lo and behold, he has 7 interceptions, and that's pretty impressive. And we have confidence in our receivers and obviously our tight end. So we're going to do what we do and see what happens. And, at the end of the day, I think we've started to establish the run game a little bit better than what we did earlier in the year. And that's something that we have to continue to do because then that opens up our pass game.
And finally, we haven't talked too much about this year, Coach, but the sharing of the quarterbacks. You have Jake Steingraber, a senior, being recognized tonight, and then Jackson Smoke, the sophomore. And I know you and Coach McLean have rotated those guys in at different times. And, we've seen that here in the Dowling program for many years. And this is a year that you've shared the duties. And talk about that, how that's been in practice and obviously relating it to games.
Well, it goes well because of the kids. To be honest with you, they have bought in, done a nice job with it. I've always been a Jake Steingraber fan, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, doesn't have the strongest arm, but he's smart, gets things done. I'm really proud of him. He's such a good kid and a good leader for us. And Smolik has a lot of talent, just needs to continue to get experience. And, there's times where we've talked about, okay, do we pick one and go from there? On offense, I really don't feel like that's been any part of our issue. When we've struggled and things like that you can nitpick both quarterbacks if you want, and that usually what happens. But I think the kids have really done a good job. The kids bought in. Other people make a bigger deal about it than what people inside the program does. And I've yet to see any written rule where you have to pick one. So, it's worked for us in the past. We'll continue to do it. And at any time we don't think it's the right thing anymore, then we'll switch it.
Coach, thanks for visiting with us tonight. Enjoy the moment with those 31 seniors and your support staff during senior night before the game, and we'll talk to you down the road. I'm not sure if we'll catch up with you during the game, but we'll certainly talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Coach Tom Wilson joining me here on the pregame show from Valley Stadium, Dowling and Fort Dodge here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Hamadale be joined by Matt Maindring here in a moment as we bring you Dowling and Fort Dodge. Coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio as the pregame show continues on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium, West Des Moines. Mark Hamadale alongside Matt Maindring as we get set for high school football tonight on a Thursday night. It's Dowling and Fort Dodge, and now our national anthem. And our national anthem being performed tonight as we start high school football, the final regular season game. It's week number 7. Yes, they're only playing 7 games this year, Matt Maindring, and tonight's the final game. Playoffs start next week. Everybody in the state of Iowa, for the first time in history, make the playoffs.
Everybody's in. That makes it kind of exciting for a lot of teams, and my understanding is they're going to play 2 rounds or bracket it, play 2 rounds, re-bracket, and then play it down, and so it'll be a lot of fun to see how this all pans out, and quite honestly, I think we've talked about this a little bit. Right now, you're just thankful to be playing.
That's right.
Thankful to be playing because the kids have done their part, and the coaching staff and school and everybody's done their part, and the families. I mean, it's about everybody working together to keep everybody healthy.
All right, before we go to our break and been a John Scheid on the Dowling sideline tonight. Beautiful night, John. As I just looked at the current conditions, we have 71 degrees, clear skies, and an east wind blowing right at us, a crosswind here at 5 miles per hour. Give us your thoughts on senior night for Dowling from the Dowling sideline.
Well, it's hard to believe, Mark and Coach, that it's already senior night. It's the shortened season. We're getting ready for the playoffs, but the conditions couldn't be any better, as you mentioned. Going from last week where you had that chill and it was kind of cold, now it's a little bit warmer and nice breeze, and it's a great night for Thursday night football.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with a kickoff. Dowling and Fort Dodge. The Dodgers now just taking the field after the preliminary introductions of all the Dowling seniors. They had 31 senior football players, and, of course, the managers, the cheerleaders, and the dance team all introduced. But right now we'll take a break as we'll come back with our pregame prayer from Father Ryan Andrew, the Dowling chaplain, and, of course, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic. All coming up as Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring, John Chido. Kickoff coming up next here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School. Welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School football. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting football, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Ryan Andrew, and I'm the chaplain at Dowling Catholic High School. Let us pray for the coaches, players, and trainers tonight for this athletic competition. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask you to bless all those involved in this athletic competition tonight. We ask that you keep them safe and that they all show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. All holy men and women, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Dowling will kick off to start the contest, and doing the kicking responsibilities tonight for Dowling Catholic is Diego Leon, and he'll boot it from his 40-yard line. Dowling will be defending the south end zone. Squib kick, and it's picked up by one of the upbacks for Fort Dodge, and he's hit and driven down right about the 26-yard line. A lot of east-west movement there, but couldn't get the corner turned, and nonetheless, Dodgers start 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line, Matt.
That would have worked last week on the east-west field. Yeah,
the east-west field. Yes, we were on an east-west field.
We were on east-west field. So the Dowling's kickoff team did a good job of stringing that out and prevents a run back, and here we go. And who knows what play will be drawn up as we start.
1st and 10, Fort Dodge on their own 28. Here's a snap, back to throw as their quarterback throws it to the near side, and the pass is caught for a short game over there on the far sideline. So a nice job by the Dodgers. They start off with a quick pass, a little quick hitch to their
looked like Bradley Vadraska out there on the far side. Those numbers are really small on that far side.
Yeah, they're also a different color, too.
Yeah.
We'll have to navigate that. We'll get the lineups here in a moment as Dodgers now with the 2nd down and 4. They move the ball up from the 28 to the 34 of Fort Dodge. Go ahead, Matt.
I forget I can watch it on TV right here in front of me. I could pick up the number.
Well, the whole play comes back, and we'll have to. And they're going to mark it against the Dodgers, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9 back at the 29-yard line after the penalty. And for the Dodgers, they will go with shotgun formation from their quarterback. And quarterback with that is Carson Peterson rolling out, and he dumps it off incomplete. And he did throw it past the line of scrimmage, so no penalty flag down, 2nd and 10. And I'll tell you what, or rather 3rd down, he was under duress that time.
He was under duress. They run a little boot action there away from the formation, and they had single receiver out on this side trying to get loose, and the coverage was good. And you're looking for that drag back across the middle, and Dowling had it covered up.
So we'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Fort Dodge. As Peterson back to throw, and we got stoppage to play, and do we have procedure? We do. Procedure against Fort Dodge. So this is all going south quickly for the Dodgers.
The center was about a half a count late on the snap, and the receivers are about 2 yards down before the ball comes out.
I'll bring up third down and 14, back at the 24-yard line. So back-to-back penalties. We've only one run play thus far. Peterson back in the pocket. Now the pocket collapses. He runs to his left, still on his feet, running to the sideline and finding around out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. That stops the clock here.
Good pursuit there by Max Derry. The line got through almost too quick. They got too deep with their rush and allowed Carson Peterson to step up in that pocket. And then he got to the outside, but Max Derry chased it down and stopped him well short of the first down.
Well, he gained 4 yards, did the Carson Peterson, the junior quarterback, 5'10", 160. It was, and we may see the backup quarterback tonight. A lot of Dodgers have injuries. We'll try to run through the Dowling starting lineup here real quick. And another penalty on the snap. So the punt is a procedure call against the Dodgers, so they'll move it back 5 yards to the 23-yard line. 3 penalties in the first 3 plays. That's not good. Let's take a look. Dowling offensive line, Sam Gavin at left tackle, Dominic Varelli at left guard. All seniors. Jake Olson, the center, is a senior. Gabe Carey, the right guard, a junior. And Finn Claypool, the senior right tackle tonight, gets a start. And, of course, Andrew Lynch, the tight end. And now we've got penalty flags down. And another penalty, apparently, Matt. We'll see what this is about. All right, Jake Steingraber and Jackson Smolik, as they sort this out, will be the 2 quarterbacks for Dowling. Steingraber will get the start as they assess the penalty. Louis Brooks is one receiver. Koa Thompson will also be in there for Dowling. Mac Anderson and Carson Brown at receivers. Cam Middleton gets the start for Zach Swager at tailback. Blake Anderson will back him up. We could see Swager. He's listed as questionable. And Ben Faber is the fullback. All right, so what they sort out here? They're going to snap it.
Almost was blocked.
Yeah, the punt got away, and now it's Louis Brooks. No fair catch right at the 45. Dodges one tackler across midfield at the 40, 45.
He's got some blockers.
He needs a wall on the near side. He may have it inside the 10. 5 touchdown. Louis Brooks on a 55-yard punt return to start things off here.
And you go back and look for laundry on the field, and there is none.
Well,
there you go.
As tonight's game is on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network, and we've got block in the back against Dowling as the penalty flag will move it back. So let's go down to our Dowling sideline reporter tonight, and that is John Chido. And John, good job by the Dowling defense, and Fort Dodge with 3 penalties in their first 3 plays.
Yeah, if you're Coach Moser of the Dodgers, you're not real happy with that first offensive start. They had a nice first down play, 4 yards, a positive. And then the penalty sent them back behind the chains and forced them to punt.
So the punt return of 55 yards for touchdown by Brooks is called back. And the Maroons will start 1st and 10 as they mark it off at their own 45-yard line. 10:42 remaining first quarter. No score. We're glad you could join us on a special Thursday night edition of high school football. Dowling playing tonight, the final regular season game. Steingraber at quarterback. And the handoff is a tailback. That's Swager in there.
That's Swager. There you go.
He's going to test that ankle, and he bowls his way up to the 50-yard line, gain of 5. So Zach gets the start.
First carry in about a month, and for Zach, and it's great to see that on senior night that he's able to get out there and get the blood flowing again and get that first touch.
So 2nd and 5, Dowling. Maroons will go with 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, the tight end to the right, and the quarterback is Jake Steingraber, the senior. He'll put a man in motion, and that is Caden Sanders. Back to throw Steingraber, looking for Louis Brooks. Gets behind the defender, and the pass is knocked away at the last moment. Incomplete. Great job defensively by the Dodgers to break it up.
Yeah, it looked like De'Arian Callahan in coverage right there and made a nice play. The ball hung up there pretty well, a little bit for Louis. Louis had an opportunity to get under it, but that was just a nice defensive play.
His nickname is D. Callahan. De'Arian Callahan made a nice defensive effort, broke it up. So to bring up third down for the Maroons at midfield. 3rd and 5. Back to throw Steingraber again. Now he's got a man open, and it's caught for the first down and more, and that is Koa Thompson, and he'll go in. Touchdown. Looking for penalty flags. There are none. That is the first touchdown of the game. It comes from Steingraber to Koa Thompson, 50 yards. And Dowling strikes first with 9:51 remaining.
That's one of those
quarter.
plays where Koa takes advantage of everybody looking at Louis. Louis runs underneath that route, and so he had trips out here. Louis runs underneath. He draws all the attention, and Koa down the sideline, and Jake Steingraber just laid it right in his hands.
That was a beautiful ball, John. I know that was probably right in front of you where you usually stand, and that was a great play that developed. And the coach said they had used Louis as a decoy. Now the Maroons are going to go for a 2-point conversion. They give it to Middleton. Cam on the right side as they went out of the power I formation, if you will, and he doesn't get it. And let's see.
A little short. Oh, they must have called Koa.
They called him out of bounds at the 5.
Yeah,
so
no touchdown. We got a little excited right there.
45-yard run.
Right. And
for a touchdown.
And there's Cam for the score.
So he goes in for the second time, this time from a yard out. Cam Middleton gets the first down score. That's the third touchdown we've called. The first one had actually happened.
Yeah.
How about that for tonight?
Yeah, we were 0 for 2 there.
Punt return, called back. The touchdown to Koa Thompson out at the 5. And then 2 plays later, Cam Middleton with the score. Touchdown Dowling. And now with 9:27 remaining here in the first quarter, 6-0 Dowling, pinning the extra point. And in comes Diego Leon, who's a perfect, well, I shouldn't say that. It's 11 for 11 on the season.
Yeah,
That's the media.
Yeah.
Ball down, kick is high enough, long enough, and the hold by Steingraber. Kick is good.
He couldn't hear you.
Good. All right, Dowling 7 and Fort Dodge nothing. We'll be back from Valley Stadium after this break here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Tickets are available for the 59th Annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast at dowlingcatholic.org. Tickets will provide 4 pancake breakfast boxes containing the Dowling Catholic High School signature buttermilk pancake batter mix, plus individual syrups. Enjoy delicious pancakes on your schedule and in the comfort of your home. No need to get up early and stand in line. Make your pancakes on your time. Learn more about the 59th Annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast tickets at dowlingcatholic.org. Get your tickets today at dowlingcatholic.org.
Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for sponsoring Dowling Catholic High School football. In business since 1951, Skeffington's Formal Wear offers quality service, style, and selection, providing tuxedos, suits, and casual groom attire for weddings, proms, and any other special occasion. Skeffington's Formal Wear, with convenient locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Davenport, Coralville, and Ankeny. All locations are family-owned and operated by members in their respective communities, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. The kickoff by Dowling, and now a squib kick by Diego Leon, picked up by Fort Dodge. And for the Dodgers, that is Jake Erickson on the return. And he's down the far sideline across midfield, finally wrestled down at the Dowling, about the 44-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10. Dodgers on a nice return by Erickson, and the Maroons did the right thing. You do the squib kick, but their safety, Erickson, starting safety on the return there.
Yeah, he was right up in there, scooped it up, and ran towards their sideline and caught the corner, and they had the wall set up, and away he went. And then Diego Leon, the kicker, did his job and was the safety valve there and makes the tackle to save the touchdown for the Maroons.
So 1st and 10, Dodgers from the Dowling 42-yard line. They go left to right towards the south end zone. The give is to their tailback. And that is John Presswood, the backup tailback. He tries to find some room left side and can't.
There's not much room there. There's Michael Woon right there. And, it's just that defense went right through that offensive line.
So we'll bring up 2nd down. And 11. He's going to measure him for a yard loss. So it's back to the Dowling 43-yard line. Back to throw. Is the Dodger quarterback, fires the ball downfield and overthrows the intended receiver, incomplete. Carson Peterson remains at quarterback. Tonight we could see either Carson or the sophomore.
That looks like an offensive. Is that?
Offense.
That's a big kid. That's number 90.
That's Ulrich, the fullback.
Oh, that's the fullback. Yeah, Jace Ulrich. Yeah, he's a big kid. I mean, he got loose there. No one would have counted for him, and he was actually behind the defense and just overthrown a little bit.
All right, so it is 3rd and 11 for Fort Dodge as Presswood was a -1, and now back to throw, and the pass is intercepted as The pass from Peterson intercepted by Dowling Catholic. And now on the return, it's Blake Anderson, who's the backup running back, and showing why. Cross midfield all the way inside the Dodger 40 on the return. So the Maroons come up big with the turnover.
Yeah, right there. And, Peterson was under a lot of pressure right there, the Fort Dodge quarterback, and he got hit just as he let it loose. And I don't think he was able to hold his motion through. So the ball hung up, and Blake Anderson took advantage.
He certainly did. And John Chotto, you're on the Dowling sideline, and we've had a lot happen here in this first quarter. About take it away.
Yeah, credit that interception to Max Deary. Came from his linebacker spot untouched and forced the errant throw, and the quarterback for Fort Dodge to get rid of it quick and allowed Blake Anderson with a nice interception.
Yes, it was. So first down Dowling from the 40, and the give is to Middleton, and Cam spins away out of a tackle down to inside the 35, down to the Dodger 32-yard line as he started from his own 40-yard line, or from the Dodger 40-yard line,
Nice strong run there by Cam Middleton. Gabe Carey in front of him and Finn Claypool on that right side and set up a wall for him, and Jake Olson sealing it off and gave him an alley to run in, and Cam runs square. When he gets his shoulders and hips square, he is tough to bring down.
Yes, he is. And Dowling backfield, we mentioned Steingraber at quarterback, and we'll see Cam Middleton at tailback, and he gets the handoff again, left side. Avenue opens up. He's got the first down, tripped up at the 25-yard line, gain of 7.
As we continue to see the evolution of Cam Middleton, it's fun to watch. He had a couple carries last week where weren't up to where he had established himself the week before and at the end of last week. But he's picking up where he left off because he had a strong fourth quarter against Marshalltown.
2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left, and now a man in motion for Dowling Catholic. That's Koa Thompson, and now we got penalty flags down. Dodgers had 3 penalties in their first 3 snaps of the football, and now the Maroons may have evened that score almost, as a referee now with the call.
They drew him off sides.
5-yard penalty against the Dodgers, so that'll move the ball down to the 20-yard line for the Maroons. That'll be 1st and 5 now for Dowling. Mark Amadeo, along with Matt Maindring, John Chido, on a beautiful night here at Valley Stadium. Senior night for the Maroons as Louis Brooks goes in motion, and they give it to him on the jet sweep, trying to turn the corner, gets outside the numbers, and hit and drop right at the 20-yard line, Matt.
Good coverage out there. Fort Dodge did a good job of stringing that thing out and not going to let Louis' speed outrun him. Jake Erickson for the Dodgers was able to bring him down in the open field, which is no easy task.
Yeah, you don't see Louis run the ball. He's run the ball a few times on that jet sweep, just enough to keep everybody honest. But that time, well defended by the Dodgers. 3 receivers to the left. 2nd and 4 now for the Maroons. Back to throw. Steingraber cuts over the middle. Caught by Koa Thompson. He was 1 step away from breaking it. He's tackled inside the 10-yard line. It'll be goal to goal. 1st and goal. Dowling at the 10. And a nice pass from Koa Thompson coming from his left side. Mm-hmm. And Steingraber threw the ball on a dime.
Threw it on the mark. Just a good timing play there for the Maroons as the Steingraber gets back and gets his feet set and lets one rip over the middle, and Koa Thompson secures it and gets the first down.
1st and 10 Dowling. 1st and goal Dowling. Under 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Dowling 7. And now the handoff, or the play action fake. Steingraber keeps the football, throws it in the end zone. He threw it away, incomplete. He had Mac Anderson at the pylon as he rolled to his left, threw across his body, but well pursued by Fort Dodge. They weren't buying into that misdirection as they tried to hand it off to Anderson. That was Blake going to the right. They didn't fall for that at all.
No, they were in man coverage, and that play will work against the zone defense as the zone shifts and they overshift, and they were in man coverage right there, so everyone was on the defender and well covered.
2nd and goal Dowling from the 10-yard line. Maroons going right to left towards the north end zone, and now we got an encroachment call, I believe, against Fort Dodge, and that's what they're going to signal. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll advance the ball 5 more yards.
That'll put it down, and they can get a first down at the 1. So they've got a little room here, and Max Schwager comes back in the game.
Inside the 1, they can actually get a first down. So it is 2nd and goal from the 5. Steingraber, long count, has a man in the backfield. The handoff, tailback is Schwager, and he dives to the 2. Zach back in there and gets a couple. down to the 2-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 2.
I got a feeling that Schwager on senior night might get a touch here for a touchdown.
We'll see.
Yeah,
there's the call, and he's got a man to beat. He does. Yeah. Touchdown, Dowling. Zach Schwager. Touchdown carry for the Maroons. Congratulations to him on senior night. That is his 5th touchdown of the year.
It has to feel good for Max to get back on the field and get a touch and get that touchdown for Zach, and just a great kid. You're happy to see that.
Absolutely. And touchdown Maroons. They lead at 13-0. 5:38 remaining here in the first quarter as you watch the game as we simulcast tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Diego Leon with the extra point. Steinberg, good job. Get the ball down. Ball's down. Kick up, and it's good. 14-0 Dowling. Back in 1 minute with 5:38 remaining first quarter here on senior night from Valley Stadium. Dowling 14 and Fort Dodge nothing here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Hi, I'm Al Cresta, host of Cresta in the Afternoon. After the Second Vatican Council, Catholic laity began to take co-responsibility for the church, and the Catholic radio movement is one of the great fruits of that post-conciliar church. Catholic radio edifies, it exhorts, it encourages, it educates, it engages the culture, and on occasion, we entertain a bit. You're partners with your local Catholic radio station. Support them.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. Mark Amadale, Matt Mandering, as Dowling leading 14-0 here in the first quarter. The Maroons go 8 plays, 40 yards, capped off by a Zach Schwager 2-yard run for a touchdown. The extra point by Diego Leon is good. Let's go down to John Child on the Dowling sideline tonight. Johnny, take it away.
Well, that was a nice drive by the Dowling Catholic offense, and what I really liked about that is Jake Steingraber's leadership, senior leadership. But, on that rollout pass, there was nothing there, and decided that instead of forcing it in there, threw it away to play another down. And then Zach Schwager, it's nice to see him back and being able to get in the end zone for a touchdown on senior night.
No question. And, Matt, you called that one. You thought the senior might get involved, and Steingraber has done a great job throwing the ball. We've seen catches by Koa Thompson and Louis Brooks, and now the running game is going very well. And that's a heads up to the offensive line who have made that way. The addition of Finn Claytonpool, who's now starting at right tackle, that is tremendous, and they're all playing very well, led by the senior captain Jake Olson at center.
Yeah, that group is coming together, and it's fun to watch that group work in unison. And the coaching staff just gets them all in the right spots, and the execution up there is really critical. And Steingraber, the leadership that he has shown this year, to watch him elevate throughout the year has been a lot of fun. And I even got to see him in biology class today. I was watching a class, it was earth science, and got to see Jake in class. That's a good thing.
That's good. Some of the kids are virtually not there, and some of them are virtually there. It's just kind of how the COVID-19 is going. I want to thank tonight Ashworth Vision Center, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Our thanks also to Bozen the Florist. They're a sponsor of our Red Zone. The Maroons have been in there both times tonight. Bozen makes the moment mean more. 515-244-ROSE, 515-244-7673. And now the kickoff by Diego Leon. Last time he squib kicked. Let's see if he boots it away. It's a high pop-up pooch kick, if you will. Fiddled at the 25-yard line by Fort Dodge, and ball carrier's hit and drops. So that was a short return based on where he was at. Not a big return that time by Colin Glesney, who I thought was going to fair catch it for him one time.
Yeah, Adam Townsend on the stop for the Maroons as they were able to. That's one thing about doing that pooch kick. If you get it up there high enough, the kickoff team has enough time to cover, and executed really well by the special teams unit.
All right, 1st and 10 for Dodge from their own 27-yard line, trailing 14-0. And we'll see if they keep their personnel in there. Now a little toss jet sweep. They toss it to Tyler Schreier, who's their fastest kid on the team. And he's hit as he tried to turn the corner and hit and drop. Dowling had that well defended, Matt.
That's Finn Claypool, who's coming on the defensive side. That young man's got some wheels, and he came across all the way from his right end position and makes that play. That's an outstanding play by him.
Schreier lost 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 12 for the Dodgers. As Peterson remains at quarterback, back to throw, firing over the middle, passes high, but caught right at the 35-yard line, shy of the first down. Nice grab that time by the receiver for Fort Dodge, who I believe went in motion, and that was Bradley Vadraska, the 5'8", 165-pound wide receiver, and he had to get up the ladder to get that.
Yeah, he did, and Kriegshauer was on that play, got kind of hit pretty hard by friendly fire there. So it's 3rd and short for the Dodgers.
11-yard gain. Quarterback for Fort Dodge remains Carson Peterson. And now the receivers were ahead of the snap. Let's take a look at the Fort Dodge lineup tonight. Dason Clayton, their outstanding tailback who has 9 touchdowns, out tonight. We've heard John Presswood has gotten the bulk of the carries. Fullback, as you mentioned earlier, Matt, Jace Ulrich. Ulrich, number 90, the fullback. Wide receivers, Javion Jondal, number 2. Tyler Schreier, we talked about earlier, number 23. And Amaris Harris. We'll see Bradley Vadraska, who made the catch. Offensive line, Jake Wagner, Keaton Nichols, Sawyer Springer, Colin Munter, and Cale Mason. Back to throw is Peterson. Being chased, now rolls to his left, wants to run, and diving out of bounds, and he's near a first down. Everybody's down over there, but depends where they mark him out. It might be about a yard short.
Yeah, he makes a nice scramble play. He made something out of nothing right there and was able to get out close to the sticks. And it looks like it might be enough for that first down.
It depends where they put him out at.
Yeah, they're giving the signal and moving the chains.
Yep, 6 inches is good enough. That's what they say.
Yeah.
As the first down, Fort Dodge. And that might be their first of the night at the 37-yard line.
After the penalty again, and it's they've had four of those now, I believe.
Yeah, they had 3 in that first possession and a couple more, and a handoff goes to their tailback, and that's Presswood, and he kind of dances around over center, and he's hit and dropped.
Jalen Pettis getting some pressure there inside and some penetration and tripping him up early, and the rest of the defense comes there to make that a 1-yard gain situation.
Yeah, they'll give him a yard, so the Dodgers will line up a 2nd and 9. First-year head coach is Nick Mosier at Fort Dodge. Dodgers come in with a record of 3-3, Dowling with a record of 4-1, and now a lateral pass out in the flat to Schreier. It's incomplete. And nice defense that time by Dowling. They had their Jake Anderson, the sophomore, was there on coverage, but might have been Amaris Harris out there also. He and Schreier. Harris was supposed to run interference, and Schreier was the intended receiver.
Yeah, a lot of pressure up in there again by Jalen Pettis and Jack Meyer. Jack Meyer coming on the blitz on that play and made him get rid of it a little quicker than he needed to.
All right, it's 3rd and 9. Back to throw is quarterback Carson Peterson. Throws it to the left side, and the pass incomplete. I think he's trying to set up a little bit of a screen over there on the short side of the field across the way, and it's incomplete and bring up 4th down.
Looks like a screen play out there, and Finn Claypool was out there to kind of disrupt and might have got his hand on the ball. So
with 3:21 remaining, first quarter, Dowling leading 14-0 here on the final regular season game for both teams. Both teams will advance to the playoffs. A matter of do they play next Friday or the following Friday. Both teams might have 2 weeks and a day off. Who knows? All right, back to punt is Fort Dodge, and that is Antonio Protz. Protz is a foreign exchange student from Portugal, and he boots it away out of bounds right inside the Dowling 25, and I think that's where the official will mark it, right around the 23. So 3:10 remaining first quarter, 14-0 Dowling over Fort Dodge. Let's go down to our Dowling sideline reporter tonight, and that is John Chido on a beautiful night here at Valley Stadium. Johnny, take it away.
Well, Coach Bossum is dialing up a lot of blitzes tonight and put a lot of pressure on the Fort Dodge quarterback and making him do things that normally he doesn't want to do and not allow him to throw the ball downfield. And Fort Dodge is trying to throw the ball side to side, and Jake Anderson made a nice play there from his defensive backstop to shut that last screen pass down.
Yeah, they certainly did. It seems like every formation they dial up, Matt, they've got it dialed. They've got an answer for it. And now Smolik in at quarterback, the handoff to Middleton, and Cam right up the gut and nearly blasts his whip for a first down, gets across the 25 and down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Cam runs the first 3-4 yards without anybody even coming close to touching him and just got tripped up. And nice run on first down.
They'll give him 4, so it'll bring up second down 6 as Smolik in at quarterback for the Maroons. As Jackson, the 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. He's got one back in the backfield, and that is Middleton to give to Middleton. It's called in the old days a delayed draw.
Yeah.
Maybe it still is, but it's maybe a different type of verbiage, and it's a first down as Kim Middleton found some room.
Sometimes it looked like a little inside trap. I couldn't see if they pulled anybody on that. And you got Matty McGee now in at left tackle along with Varelli and Jake Olson on that left side.
Gain of 6, first down Dowling. And the final 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the first quarter on a beautiful night here at Valley Stadium. 71 degrees, clear skies, east wind coming right into the booth here. A little breeze. Back to throw is Smolik. Fires a pass out. Caught by Louis Brooks. Shy of the 40, and now he drags tacklers. Found just enough of a seam on the sideline to get a.
He might have got the first down. I think he's going to be a little bit short.
You know, the yaks, they call it, yards after catch. Well, Louis got about 3 on that.
He got a couple dance moves in there and almost created a little shake and bake and got loose, but the defense for the Dodgers pursued over there. But again, a nice pass from Smolik, and anytime you get the ball in Louis' hands, something exciting is going to happen.
It's going to happen, especially when he doesn't fair catch, which I think the coaches want him to do, but not Louis. We're not there. 2nd and 1, and handoff Middleton. He's got the first down and gets across the 45 up to the Dowling 47, a gain of 4, and it'll be 1st and 10 Maroons.
Again, running behind McGee and Varelli on that left side, and Cam just getting some nice yards up front there, and looked like a tackle by number 9 in there, Thomas Daniel.
All right, on 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line, a little play action. Smolik gives a delayed handoff again, but this time Fort Dodge would have none of it. They were right there and driving the Dowling running back backwards, and that was Jake Erickson who had that nice kickoff return for the Dodgers on the stop.
Yeah, they nose tackle in there, Ashton Patrick and Troyus Harper. They didn't give any space in there for Zach Schweiger to run.
All right, so it is 2nd and 10, we'll call it. Dowling with the football from their own 48.5-yard line. Smolik back to throw this time on play action. Looks left, throws left. Pass is caught. Nice catch that time by Mac Anderson, the senior wide receiver. One of 31 seniors on the Dowling team. Makes the catch, and it's a first down Maroons in Fort Dodge territory.
Good timing pattern there, and the ball came out at the right time for Smolik as he put it right on Anderson as he ran it to the sticks. And what you teach those receivers is you run it a yard or 2 by it.
Right.
So when you come back to it, you got the first down. That's what he did.
So Anderson on the reception. And it's the first down Maroons with 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Now Smolik wants to throw, fires the ball downfield. It's caught. Andrew Lynch with the catch down the far sideline. He goes. Did he stay in? Touchdown Dowling.
We're going to wait and make
we
sure.
Should wait.
Yeah.
The far sideline official stopped at the 3-yard line, but the guy at the goal line signaled touchdown, and that's what we're going to go with. Touchdown Maroons, 41 yards out there, Mr. Maindring.
We saw that boot action again, and Smolik did a nice job of hiding the football and allowed Andrew Lynch to get across field and clear and wide open. And beats the defender to the pylon.
All right, let's go down to John Chido while we're doing the extra point. Is Diego Leon coming in? John, Lynch got open on a little drag route from the tight end.
I'm watching the other side. We have a receiver coming across the middle.
Yeah, it was. We're
Lynch from the opposite side, and linebackers lost him from his tight end position when he had that wing offset. What a throw by Jackson Smolik to be able to rifle that in there, hit him in stride. And nice touchdown for Lynch.
All right, we got to take a break. The score, Dowling 21, Fort Dodge nothing here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Piedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610. Online at ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
Matt Mandering as Dowling leading 21-0 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. The short kickoff by Dowling, but not much return. Matter of fact, the Dodger returner had to jump back on the football. And the Dodgers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And, Matt, it's Dowling tonight with touchdowns by Cam Middleton from a yard, Zach Squager a 2-yard run, and then Andrew Lynch a 41-yard reception from Jackson Smolik, and runs up 21-0, and all extra points were made by Diego Leon. And now Peterson's handoff goes to the tailback, and he's hit and dropped for little or no gain there.
Right away in there is Adam Townsend, and quickly in the backfield, Chase Patton as well, and just a great play by the Dowling defense, not allowing him to get to the line of scrimmage. And, it's hard to run downhill when you can't get going.
All right, that's the final play of the first quarter, so we'll take a break. As we move to the second quarter, senior night here at Valley Stadium for Dowling Catholic High School. It's Dowling 21, Fort Dodge nothing here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cy Kellett, host of Catholic Answers Live. When you support this station, you offer a lifeline to a soul in need. You help save a marriage or an innocent life or a young person crushed by secular pressures. That's how powerful the message of God's love in Jesus Christ is. We're all called to share the good news of God's love given to us in Jesus, and that is exactly what you do when you offer your support.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemin, using science to transform the world. Online at kemin.com.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, underway in the second quarter. Dowling leading 21-0. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. You're probably watching the game on CISN.TV, showing on YouTube. Mark Amadale joined by Matt Mandering and John Chido. We're also on our 3 radio stations, 1150 AM, 88.5, and 94.5 FM, as we stream all Dowling games audio. And, of course, the final regular season game is tonight. Dowling and Fort Dodge. Both teams will move on to the playoffs. Everybody gets in, and that'll start next Friday night. Maybe both these teams will get a first-round bye and play in 2 weeks and 1 day.
Yeah.
And Matt, you never know.
You never know.
All right, we're underway as they got everything situated on the field. First down, Fort Dodge. 2nd and 10, rather, Fort Dodge from their own 25. Peterson rolls to his right, launches the ball out, and the pass is caught right in front of the 40-yard line. They're going to spot him out of bounds at the 38. Nice job that time. Little pitch and catch that time by the Dodgers.
They put it right on him, and it looks like it's number 81, Bradley Bodraska.
Bodraska with the catch.
And nice catch and throw, and Peterson under pressure again as Dowling, as Johnny noted, continues to bring the pressure.
13-yard catch, first down, Fort Dodge. And now Peterson
hands
it off. And he's trying to pass, and he will downfield, and he overthrew his
No, he got it.
Receiver, did he catch it?
Yeah,
Inbounds?
He got it. Yeah.
Yes, he certainly did. Nice job. They do that a lot. We were talking about the exotics, although they waited till the second quarter to bring it out. Now we got a personal foul, roughing the passer against Dowling to tack on.
Oh.
So we're going to see more yardage.
I didn't see that happen. Was it on Peterson or was it actually on the running back?
It was on the running back who threw the football.
Who threw the ball. Okay.
So flag on the play, and that'll add 15 more. And it'll be a first down for Dodge. For the first time tonight, they're in Dowling territory.
And they get down there aided by that penalty, but they put a couple good plays together here, and they're, as you said before, and Coach noted it in the pregame, they're a team that will do a lot of different things and put points on the board.
They waited a whole quarter to do the exotic, and now back to throw is Peterson. Loves football, and let's see who got it. Dowling thinks they did. Ball still not secure, and now a scrum, and they're going to give it to Fort Dodge. It'll bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, it looks like bounced right back to a lineman there after it got knocked around a couple times, and that ball turns into a ping pong ball out there, and Dodgers, fortunately for them, covered it up.
Yeah, Peterson had the ball stripped from his hands. He tried to step up in the pocket. And now the Dodgers now bringing their offensive personnel in. So it's 2nd and 12. They'll lose a couple back to the 32-yard line on the fumble. Peterson back to throw, and receiver did an out route, and he threw the go route. Incomplete.
A little miscommunication there, and he threw a nice ball down there. If the receiver would have kept going, it might have been a connection down the sideline. But Austin Klein was in coverage there. He had good coverage, and that's a no-go.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Kemen, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. 11 minutes remaining, second quarter. Dowling 21, Fort Dodge nothing. Join us for halftime. We're going to talk to Dowling golf coach, boys golf coach, and that is Ron Gray. And now Peterson decides to keep the football, and he's stacked up at the 30. He may have gotten a couple yards back, and that's it. So we'll bring up 4th and 10 from the Dowling 30-yard line for Fort Dodge. And decision time for the first-year head coach, Nick Mosier. His dad, Sam, the longtime head coach at Fort Dodge. And in between, it was Matt Miller for quite a few years. Matt just retired, and Nick got the job. So we'll see what he decides. They're going to go for it. I thought they might.
Yep, they're in that range there. Dowling had been blitzing a lot, and they tried to run that draw, but it didn't work.
So Peterson now, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Long count, trying to draw a Dowling offside. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Carson Peterson, and he just got to call timeout for Dodge. So we'll take a break with 10-12 remaining, second quarter. Dowling 21, Fort Dodge nothing. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium on senior night for Dowling. 4th and 10 Dodgers on the Dowling 30. Now what's Coach going to do? He called timeout to draw him offside. What's he got drawn up? He's going for it.
Yeah, we'll see what kind is he.
But Peterson back to throw, and he's hit and dropped. Several Maroons in the backfield, and they lay the wood to him.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
The coverage downfield, he was looking for it down the right sideline there, and it was covered up. I believe it was Austin Klein out there, had good coverage, and the pressure got there in a hurry.
Jalen Pettis was one of those young men in there, and Dowling will take over with 10:06 remaining. John Scheider, you're on the Dowling sideline, and give us an update. Good job by the Dowling defense. They're going for their third shutout of the season this year, Johnny. You knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, they're playing well. They're being real aggressive and not allowing Peterson to break that pocket. He did a couple of times, had some success, but overall, Dowling defense played really good tonight.
All right, Dowling with the first down from their own 37-yard line as Dowling takes over on offense, and Swagger in a tailback. That ankle must be feeling good if he's still in there. Otherwise, Coach Meeks would have took him out, the running back coach at Dowling.
Yeah, especially when you look like you're going to get a bye next week. You get another week of rest, but I think Zach is ready to go, especially on senior night.
Yeah, he wants to play on senior night. Gain of 1 by Zach, so it's 2nd and 9 Dowling. Jackson Smolik at quarterback, the sophomore, straight back in the pocket. Fires downfield, gets hit as he throws it. Pass is overthrown, incomplete to Louis Brooks at the 40-yard line of Fort Dodge, excuse me.
Yeah, the Jackson had to get rid of that ball a little bit sooner than he wanted to as the Dodgers brought a blitz in and forced him to get rid of it a hair sooner than he wanted to. Jackson took a pretty good hit there.
He did, and he's battled some injuries in his younger days at Dowling in the parochial program, so he's back up, and now it's 3rd and 9 Maroons from their own 38. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Dowling going left to right towards the south end zone. Smolik avoids pressure. Now will keep it, and he's stacked up and dropped at the line of scrimmage. May have fallen forward for about a half yard to bring up 4th down, and the Fort Dodge defense stiffens there. And credit there, as John just mentioned, their secondary for not having a passing lane open for Smolik to find, and the pressure caught up with him.
Yeah, they did a really good job there defensively, and didn't give Dowling anything to look at down the field. And look who sneaks in behind us.
Yeah, he got kicked out of happy hour somewhere. We'll talk more about that. Ron Gray, the Dowling Boys golf course. You know he's never late. He's never late for dinner or happy hour. That's what I've been told. There's a punt by Calvert and fair catch signaled by Fort Dodge at the 33-yard line. That's for the Dodgers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33 with 8:40 remaining here in the second quarter. Dowling leading 21-0 here on Iowa Catholic Radio on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Let's go down to John Scheider on the Dowling sideline. Johnny?
Yeah, Fort Dodge was able to put a lot of pressure on the Dowling offense. They ran that amoeba defense, whatever they called it back in the olden days, where you have everybody standing up. There is no down lineman in a stance, and they basically send the house and put pressure.
They certainly did.
The old radar defense.
Yes. Is that what they used to call it?
Yeah.
All right. Peterson back to throws. Fort Dodge with the football. He fires the ball downfield, and he overthrew everybody and almost picked off as the Dowling defender was leading the way there, Matt.
Yeah, it looked like Austin Klein again back there in coverage, and they've got Austin on their receiver, and that matchup is the one that Peterson keeps looking for down that right sideline.
So overthrew him just a bit, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Fort Dodge on their own 33-yard line. Beautiful night for a Thursday night game. The other game going on tonight is Marshalltown on the road at Sioux City North, and now a pass near side. Caught, and it's Vondrick again. Breaks a tackle, and Vadruska breaks a tackle and gets up to the 40-yard line. Good yards after catch out of him as he struggled with the Dowling defenders.
Yeah, Will Herman on the bottom of that and was able to get him stopped without too much of a gain on there. But the Fort Dodge offense has strung some plays together here to create some positive yards again for them.
They're going to call it the 40-yard line, gain of 7. Bradley Vadraska, 5'8", 165-pound junior on the reception, 7 yards. So it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw Peterson, being chased, rolls to his right, probably will keep it, and slides for the first down. Saw the yard line and the down and distance marker, and he slid across at the 45 for a gain of 5 and a Fort Dodge first down.
Smart play on his part. He's taken enough hits already tonight, and it's a long season yet, and you don't need to take more hits than you need to, and get the first down. So move the chains and take another play.
Yeah, Carson Peterson was listed either the starter or Connor Carver. They had a couple. Coach Moser, when he gave this to me the other day, he said there's a lot of oars on that offense, and that was one of them, the quarterback, but he's went the distance. So I'm sure he's been battling injury. 1st and 10, Fort Dodge from their own 45. Blitz is on, and now Peterson avoids the blitz, rolling to his left, and he's going to be tripped and brought down back at the 35-yard line. Who got him there, Matt?
It looks like Carson Kriegshauser chases him down from behind. The first pressure came up the middle as well as Coach Bossum brought a lot of bodies after Peterson right there, and he had no chance.
Kriegshauser with the sack, and Carson third on the team in tackles for the Maroons, as defensively Will Herman is the leading tackler for the Maroons. Max Derry the second leading tackler, and Kriegshauser third in tackles, and he gets the sack there. So it's 2nd and 19 for Fort Dodge back on their own 35. Dowling leading 21-0. Here's Peterson. Now rolls to his left, avoiding pressure and running to the near sideline. He's hit out of bounds and dropped at the 40-yard line. Good tackle that time by the Maroons. Adam Townsend with the stop.
Adam Townsend, kind of got him up high around the chest, and Peterson's taking some hits right there as he scrambled out of the pocket again and on that Dowling sideline.
So he'll gain 5. And it'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 15, Fort Dodge on their own 40-yard line. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Carson Peterson at quarterback. 5'10", 160-pound junior. And 3 receivers right. Almost got the Dowling nose guard to jump off sides.
Mm-hmm.
1 receiver at the bottom of the screen.
And they're going to get either delay a game. Yeah. Didn't get the timeout called, and so it's delay a game.
Another penalty on Fort Dodge, and I'm going to need a calculator to keep track. We'll get Coach Seifert at halftime, but I'm up to almost near double figures if I remember right. So back to the 35 goes the ball for Fort Dodge. Dowling defense playing stellar as they always do. Russell Pearson, Jalen Pettis, Chase Patton, Michael One up front. Will Herman, Max Deary, Jack Meyer, and Carson Kriegshauser, the linebackers, with Jake Anderson and Austin Klein, who you just mentioned, the corners, and Blake Anderson at free safety for Dowling. All right, here we go. 3rd and 20 for Fort Dodge. Back to throw is Peterson. Carson runs to his right, still running, fires a ball, and incomplete. Threw it across the grain. That was a dangerous pass.
It was.
On the near sideline, it's broken up incomplete. So to bring up 4th down for Fort Dodge. He was trying to hit the big guy who he's went to tonight, Bradley Vadraska, and he couldn't hook up.
Yeah, Cody Hikus there for Dowling gave a lot of pressure up front and flushed him out of the pocket, and Peterson rolling left couldn't hit him in stride.
All right, twin safeties back for Dowling right now. Blake Anderson along with Louis Brooks awaiting the punt from the foreign exchange young man Antonio Prats. Senior foreign exchange student from Portugal. Waits a snap, low snap, picks it up, gets it away. Nice job.
That's a really good job.
And Brooks will fair catch right at the 35, and that's when the Dowling offense will start. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line with 6:21 remaining here in the second quarter, and Dowling leading 21-0. And we'll go down to the Dowling sideline. That is where John Chido is at tonight. John?
Well, Cody Hikus, like Coach mentioned, previously is having a game there on that last series. He's putting a lot of pressure on that quarterback. I want to mention Grant Morgan as well, and Adam Townsend being able to break on that ball, or the quarterback when he breaks the pocket to close in and make a tackle, and just not giving any room for Peterson to scramble and be able to look downfield and set his feet to throw the ball.
And, John, while we have a moment here, what is Dowling doing? Are they kind of Coach Boston we talked about, going for their 3rd shutout this year? But it seems like are they doing stunts, twists, or just different blitzes by either the safeties or the linebackers?
Well, he's mixing it up pretty good. He'll set some outside blitzes and then some interior blitzes, and then they'll also walk up their middle linebacker on that last 3rd and long, and they'll widen out the outside linebackers. It's kind of a prevent defense, but it allows the front four, when you do that, to put some pressure and try to account that offensive line for Fort Dodge for some of the guys that they're sending.
All right, and of course, Matt, Fort Dodge has got to cut down on the penalties, and I was trying to do a quick tabulation, and they're just shy of 10 penalties. They got 8 penalties, And they're going for double figures just in the first half, and that is never a good sign, especially when you're playing a team like Dowling on the road.
Yeah, you can't have the procedure penalties. Those are really unforced errors on the offense. And when you're running an offense like they do, where you have a lot of different multiple sets and you're trying to have a lot of motion and different things, it's hard for high school kids because it takes a lot of repetition. Takes a lot of time to get those things down, and Fort Dodge just not quite sound enough up front there.
Yeah, it's a lot of sound of being disciplined, and that's they're just out of sync. And let's see if they can they'll get that fixed. And I want to mention our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Kemen, Mercy One, and the guy in the store that dresses Coach Gray, Skeffington's Formal Wear.
There you go.
We thank them.
Yeah.
I see him going to those golf meets. I mean, is he
in style?
Does he get the most time off as far as all the teachers? Because I hear there's Giersdorf and a few others say they sub for Gray all the time.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Those golf coaches, they got a pretty good gig.
Yeah, but there's 10 of them, isn't there?
No, not 10.
7, 5.
No, there's a couple.
You got a lot of hand off Middleton and Cam. He's going to get the mic, and it'll be it for me. He may be sitting next to you in the second half.
I think he's going to have it out.
There's happy hour somewhere. I may find it. Mm-hmm. All right, 21-0 Dowling, and now.
Yeah, that's right.
Back to throw is Steingraber back in there, fires it out, caught by Louis Brooks. They drive him back, and he's finally hit and dropped at about the 43-yard line. They'll give him forward progress for 3 yards.
Just a little short of the first down. Good play again between the two seniors, Louis Brook and Steingraber, as they keep the offense moving in the right direction.
Dowling with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Fort Dodge has 2 timeouts remaining. Runners going left to right. Crosswind tonight. Coming towards your camera, if you will, if you're watching. Handoff Middleton. Cam across the 45. Tries to get outside the numbers and stopped at the first down. He crosses the 46-yard line and picks it up.
I thought that was going to run in for a lot longer than what it was. That the defender for the Dodgers there, number 33, Prayshawn Mosley, just got enough of Middleton's ankles.
There's a legendary Fort Dodge name, Mosley. And then the young man Clayton, who's not playing tonight due to the injured ankle, their leading running back with 9 touchdowns. Here is a pass from Steingraber, caught by Louis Brooks. He's up near another first down. He kind of does a little dance on the far sideline, wiggles out of a tackle, and then finally brought down at the 39 of Fort Dodge.
One thing about Louis, he's not going to run out of bounds unless he's going to make you tackle him, and that's what makes him a fun kid to watch, because he's going to get out there and try to get that extra yard and protect the football and make positive plays.
14-yard gain for the Maroons, and Louis Brooks, who has quarterback Jake Steingraber in on senior night. Steingraber fakes the end around and a handoff right up the gut and hit and blasted. Is that, let's see who the tailback is. That might be Blake Anderson in there.
Anderson,
yeah, so they've rotated tailbacks. We've seen Swagger in there on senior night, back from an ankle injury. We've seen Middleton in there. And now Blake, the third. The third Anderson and the third ball carrier.
Yeah, we saw that last week, too, where the Andersons were making things happen on both sides of the football, and here we have it again.
So 1st and 10 Dowling. Blake with a 11-yard gain, and the handoff is to Blake Anderson. Turns the corner over the right side and blasts his way down near the 20-yard line. Pickup of about 8. Bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Maroons.
Again, on that right side, you got Finn Claypool, Gabe Carey, and then Jake Olson, and then you get the fullback leading up in there. If I couldn't tell if that was Faber in there that time or not, and it might be back to Zach Schwager playing a little fullback like he did last year, and that's what's going on out there right now.
Yeah, Schwager in at fullback, and they give it to Blake Anderson, and he's got the first down. He punches his way inside the 20 down to about the 18 for a gain of 2.
And again, working that right side of the offensive line, and just they're chewing up yards over there and really putting pressure on that left side of Jake Wagner and Keaton Nichols of the Dodgers. Oh, check that. That was Prayshawn and Ashton Patrick.
All right, Mac Anderson split wide to the top of your screen. Louis Brooks slot left at the top of your screen. 2 receivers to the right. We got a timeout by Dowling. We'll take a minute break. 3:29 remaining. Second quarter, it's Dowling 21, Fort Dodge nothing here on Thursday night high school football on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Tickets are available for the 59th Annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast at dowlingcatholic.org. Tickets will provide 4 pancake breakfast boxes containing the Dowling Catholic High School signature buttermilk pancake batter mix, plus individual syrups. Enjoy delicious pancakes on your schedule and in the comfort of your home. No need to get up early and stand in line. Make your pancakes on your time. Learn more about the 59th Annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast tickets at dowlingcatholic.org. Get your tickets today at dowlingcatholic.org.
Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for sponsoring Dowling Catholic High School football. In business since 1951, Skeffington's Formal Wear offers quality service, style, and selection, providing tuxedos, suits, and casual groom attire for weddings, proms, and any other special occasion. Skeffington's Formal Wear, with convenient locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Davenport, Coralville, and Ankeny. All locations are family-owned and operated by members in their respective communities, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Welcome back to Valley Stadium. Mark Amadale alongside Matt Mandering, and now Dowling with the football is into the end zone with the pass. Touchdown, Dowling. Steingraber finds his receiver in the end zone, and I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful play when you can see it all the way here. Blake Anderson.
That's one of those.
Or Louis Brooks, I'm sorry. Louis Brooks with the reception, and I'll tell you what, he threw it in the far corner, and that ball had air under it.
Uh-huh.
And that might be our drive of the game. That could be our drive of the game. How about that? Tonight's Deary Ram Truck Drive of the Game is brought to you by Deary Brothers of Waukee. Experience the difference at Deary, Waukee. That's on behalf of our Central Iowa Sports Network crew, Mark Amadale, Matt Maynard. Extra point by Leon is good. Dowling up 28-0. 3:24 remaining second quarter. Back in 1 minute here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
This is Dr. David Anders, host of Call to Communion. Catholic Radio is the best tool we have for evangelization in the church today. I believe your support of your Catholic radio station can make an eternal difference in the life of an individual, a family, and in society. So support Catholic Radio.
Would you consider a $30 a month donation? Your support keeps Iowa Catholic Radio on the air, connecting people to Christ.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. Mac Anderson on the touchdown reception, 18 yards from quarterback Jake Steingraber. And for Steingraber, that is his first touchdown of the night. Small look through the other one. The extra point good by Diego Leon. And now here's a squib kick by Dowling and picked up at about the 23-yard line up to the 25 on the return. So the Maroons go 8 plays, 65 yards, capped off by Jake Steingraber. 18-yard pass to Mac Anderson, and it's 28-0 Dowling. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline, and John Chido is there. Johnny?
Well, that was just a nice play call dialed up by the Dowling coaching staff. He had one-on-one coverage on the outside and no free safety help over the top, and Jake Steingraber threw it right where Mac Anderson could get it, and it was a nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times tonight. Jake really stepping up. And, of course, you get better as you get the more reps. And now Peterson back to throw for Fort Dodge. He wants it all, going to the middle of the field. He's got a man open, caught at the 40 of Dowling. First down as the Dodgers go from their own 25 all the way down to the Maroon.
Tyler Schreier for the Dodgers there. Got
fastest guy on the field, Schreier, and he's down to the 39 of Dowling. Go ahead, Matt.
He got down that middle seam and outran the defenders, and if he hadn't had to hold up just a little bit for that ball from Peterson, he'd have been gone. But a touchdown-saving tackle there and first down for the Dodgers.
36-yard gain, and now Peterson back to throw, and now he's scrambling. And the ball is loose, and they're going to call it.
Oh, interception.
Is it an interception? We're going to see. They rule it Dowling football, so Maroons capitalize on pressure once again.
I think they were going to say that was a thrown ball, but he did catch it in the air, and so that makes the interception complete for Michael Won.
Michael
Won.
How about that? He gets the start tonight on the defensive side, and that extra energy helps him out. He's not playing offensive tackle tonight. He gets the interception. John Chudd, you got to like that, Mr. Defensive Coach.
Oh, what a play defensively. He put pressure on Peterson, make him throw an errant throw, and the defensive lineman, I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but what a great catch and great read on the ball.
First down Maroons from their own 48-yard line. Steingraber back to throw. The ball is tipped and intercepted right back by Fort Dodge. Dodgers have it, and they return it up near midfield, finally run out of bounds. So turnabout is fair play. Both teams come up with turnovers.
Yeah,
I believe that was
I couldn't see who that was either with the interception there.
That was right in the defensive mix for Fort Dodge as you run out of bounds right in front of his own team.
I don't know if that was Callahan back there or if it was Chada, but the ball got tipped once, maybe even twice. And
it was rattling around there.
And makes a great read on the ball in the air, and Dowling gave it right back.
Officials will stop play, and I think they're going to do the
COVID timeout.
It might be the water break / sanitary timeout that we have for the COVID. So we'll take a break. We'll take a 1-minute break, 2:42 remaining. Here in the second quarter, it's Dowling 28, Fort Dodge nothing, as both teams exchange turnovers. Back with more on senior night for Dowling Catholic High School here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines, 515-440-4610, online at ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. Dowling leading 28-0. 2 minutes remaining, and the Dodgers run a couple plays, running plays. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Dodgers. It was D. Callahan on the interception for Fort Dodge. Callahan stepped right in front of the Steingraber pass. Actually, it was deflected, and the senior returned it for the Dodgers to the Fort Dodge 47. And that's where we're at now, Matt, as the Maroon defense has come up big. 3rd and 8 now.
They ran 2 similar plays there right into the line and sets up a 3rd and long.
Dodgers put a man in motion, and Peterson back to throw, throws it to his right, fires the ball out. It's caught, but he stay in bounds. He did. At the 45-yard line, passes out, is caught right before he went out of bounds, and about a yard, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down.
A little bit short. You got to imagine they're going to go for it there. That looked like Canadian football right there because I tell
you. A lot of motion.
Well, there was a lot of motion.
A lot of motion.
That one guy was moving upfield, I think, a little bit before the snap of the ball.
That's called arena football.
That too.
They have that motion, man. So it is 4th and 2. Dodgers going for it. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They may try to pull Dowling offside. You like their sign charts over there? We haven't got anything about Johnny on that one, and now we've got a penalty flag down. And we might have a timeout for Dodge, I think. We'll see.
Yeah.
Our penalty. Procedure against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So that'll back them up to midfield, and it'll bring up 4th.
That's when coaches get gray hair right there.
Or lose their hair.
Yeah.
In this case.
That's when you wish you were a golf coach, because that doesn't happen, does it?
Well, those guys, they can't go out in the course.
Yeah, well, now they can.
They're in the clubhouse. Can they go out in the course now? They let them out?
Yeah, they let them out.
I thought you could just coach from the 19th hole is what I thought a lot of coaching was done, Matt, but I might be wrong. 4th and 7, back to throw is Peterson, has pressure, fires it over, and it's tipped and almost intercepted as the Maroons almost came near that one as Jake Anderson fell in front of him. Dowling will take over with 1:18 remaining and 2 timeouts, and Dowling with the 28-0 lead. Let's go down to John Scheidel on the Dowling sideline. Johnny? Oh, yeah, might be a little out of range there, my friend.
Yeah, he might be out of range. Johnny, you're breaking up.
Yeah, John, you are breaking up right now, so we'll just come back to you. I'm not sure where he's standing at.
He's over on the left side.
Oh, okay. First down, Maroons, and then back to throw is Smolik. Fires downfield. The pass is underthrown, incomplete at the 38-yard line as he tried to hit Mac Anderson on a quick hitter, and it's incomplete.
And you see Smolik here as Dowling tries to run a little 2-minute offense, try to get themselves down in position. If it's, maybe give Diego Leon a shot at a field goal, or we'll see what happens here.
A lot at stake. And see if the Maroons can run their 2-minute offense with their sophomore quarterback. Smolik, here's a snap, rolls to his right, wants to throw, he does, it's caught, and that's Mac Anderson on the right side with the catch. It'll stop the clock. They're going to give him the first down at the 40 of Fort Dodge.
It's just fun to watch Smolik throw. He's got a whip of an arm, and that ball snaps out of there, and he puts it right on Mac Anderson, and things are rolling.
And when they're in sync, it's fun to watch. First down, Dowling, minute to play. Game clock continues to run. Smolik fires the ball downfield. It's caught, and a nice catch that time by Koa Thompson. Finally driven down. He's got the first down. That'll stop the clock at the 24-yard line of Fort Dodge.
Yep, get the chain set. The time stops until the chain gang gets set, and we know that chain gang over there is pretty fleet of foot, so it doesn't take long, right?
Well, some of them are. I won't go into names, but I'll name a few if I have to. Here's a pass over, and that's Lynch with the catch. He spun around right at the 15-yard line and out of bounds.
Yeah, Andrew, that's a nice catch there. In that situation, you'd like to see him get out of bounds right away. He was trying to push it upfield a little bit, but did get out of bounds, stops the clock with 36 seconds left.
Let's put the ball down at the 15-yard line. Lynch on senior night with the catch of 9 yards. He didn't catch a pass last week at all at Marshalltown, played the game. I asked Coach Wilson, I said, did I miss something? He says, no, Marshalltown did a good job taking him away, and that's where Louis Brooks had his 3 touchdowns. Yeah. So you take somebody away and somebody else steps up, and I'm sure Andrew's fine with that. Back to throw, Smolik fires to the right, pass is caught. Nice little slot catch by Koa Thompson, and it's a first down inside the 5 for Dowling, and that was a bullet that he threw.
That was a bullet. Jake Erickson on the stop for Fort Dodge there at Koa, get loose right down that middle seam, and Smolik put it right on him.
12-yard catch, first and goal Dowling from the 3 of Fort Dodge. Here's a snap, and they give it to, is that Swager back in there? He is. Touchdown, Zach Swager, his second of the night, and that increases Dowling's lead to 34-0. Zach on an earlier touchdown from 2 yards out, this from 3 out.
That was textbook 2-minute drill there as Dowling walked right down the field, and Zach Swager takes it in for the score, his second one in a row.
So the Maroons trying to tack on the extra point. Diego Leon with the hold by Steingraber. Koa Thompson will snap it. Ball down. The kick is up. And it is good. 35-0 Dowling. As we approach halftime, 20 seconds remaining in the first half, we'll take a break. You're listening and watching Iowa Catholic Radio's coverage of Dowling Catholic football along with Central Iowa Sports Network from Valley Stadium on Dowling Senior Night here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, everybody. Dr. Ray here from The Doctor Is In. Did I explain to you my Amway theory? Very simple. You give to this station, you support Catholic radio, and you get a percentage credit of all the lives that are changed. This is true. I've been at this business a long time. I'll tell you, if you only knew the amount of people whose lives have been changed by Catholic radio. So, you support this station. It would be hard to find something where your support goes as far as it does.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemin, using science to transform the world. Online at kemin.com.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium. The kickoff by Dowling and a fair catch signal by Fort Dodge right on the kickoff, which you can do. Ben Egley with the fair catch signal. 19 seconds remaining, and Maroons leading 35-0. 19 seconds left in the first half. Let's go down to John Chido, who's going to catch up with Tom Wilson here at halftime. And, Johnny, what a drive by the Dowling offense, capped off by Zach Swager on senior night, his second run in for a touchdown tonight.
Yeah, it's nice to see that 2-minute offense get going there, and a lot of nice passes. And Jackson Smolik threw a bullet in there to Koa Thompson. Tight seam. And it was just a wonderful pitching catch to get that between that linebacker and safety.
Well, the ball's out, and I think it's the Maroons.
It certainly was, and again, it is. You're right, Matt. The handoff and the exchange between quarterback Peterson and his tailback was not the best, and Dowling takes over.
No, Caden Sanders came out of there with the football. I'm not sure if he's the one who recovered it, but a good gang tackle there by the Maroons, and they get the ball back.
We got a problem already.
There's no time left on the clock.
And they're going to say halftime. I think
Yep.
the clock continued to run after it wasn't stopped, but nonetheless, Dowling goes into halftime leading 35-0. So we'll start the second half with the running clock. We'll give John Chido a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Wilson, who's making his way out. And touchdown runs tonight. Zach Swager, Dowling senior running back, touchdown runs of 2 and 3 yards. Cam Middleton, a 1-yard run. Andrew Lynch, 41-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Jackson Smolik. And Mac Anderson, an 18-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Jake Steingraber. And let's go down to John Chido with Dowling head coach Tom Wilson. And take it away, Johnny.
Well, Coach, good start to a first half, and you never know going into these Thursday night games if you're going to come out flat or not, but your thoughts so far on the first half?
You know, I really thought we did some very good things offensively. I think, both quarterbacks have made some good throws, some good decisions. Steingraber on the throw to Anderson, he was exactly right, and we were thinking he was going somewhere else. I think Smolik engineering that drive late was very good, mixing the ball around. So offensive line-wise, we've done a good job, and defensively, we've owned the line of scrimmage.
Well, thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, that's John Chido with head coach Tom Wilson at halftime. Dowling leading 35-0 over Fort Dodge. And let's take a look at the first half numbers in this contest. Fort Dodge with 97 yards of total offense. Dowling with 278. Maroons have 192 yards in the air and 86 yards in the ground. Fort Dodge, 97 yards in the air, no yards on the ground. And first downs are Dowling with 18, Fort Dodge with 6. Penalties, Fort Dodge with 8 penalties, Matt. I was close. I had them down for 7 or 8.
Yeah.
8 penalties, 40 yards for the Dodgers. Dowling penalized twice for 25 yards. Dowling quarterback Jackson Smolik, 7 of 9 passing, 108 yards and a touchdown. And Jake Steingraber, 5 out of 8 passing, 84 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. For Fort Dodge, Carson Peterson, 6 out of 16 passing, 80 yards and 2 interceptions. And it was Madraska, the 1 pass that was complete for 17 yards on the halfback pass that the Dodgers ran back in the first quarter. Leading rusher for Dowling is Cam Middleton, 9 carries for 45 yards. Blake Anderson, 3 carries for 26 yards. Zach Swager, 6 carries for 15 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Louis Brooks and Jackson Smolik both with a carry each. For Fort Dodge, Carson Peterson, their quarterback, with 7 carries for 4 yards. Tailback John Presswood, 6 carries, no yards. And Tyler Schreier on a jet sweep, 1 carry for -2 yards. And Brad Vadraska with 1 carry for -2 yards. Leading receiver for Dowling is Koa Thompson, 4 catches, 81 yards. Andrew Lynch, 2 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown. Mac Anderson for the Maroons, 3 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. And Louis Brooks, 3 catches and 21 yards in the first half to lead Dowling. For Fort Dodge, Brad Vadraska, 5 catches for 44 yards. Tyler Schreier, 1 catch for 36 yards. And Javian Jondo, 1 catch for 17 yards. So that's a look at the numbers in the first half. Thanks to Jarek Seifert for providing that. Dowling with 278 yards of total offense, 97 for Dowling Catholic. And we appreciate Coach for doing that. Matt, that's kind of the tale of the tale. This really does tell this sign tonight with the yardage, the turnovers, and everything. The Maroons having a tremendous regular season finale in the first half.
They are. It's got 21 points in the first quarter there, and then they kind of came out flat in that second quarter. Fort Dodge put together a drive, and again they jump off sides and stop the drive, and then they did a 3-and-out against Dowling once, got the ball back again, but then Dowling, put up 14 quick points here to end the second quarter, and I agree with Coach Wilson that the two-minute drill looked really good coming down there, and that pass from Steingraber, or was that Steingraber down into Jake Anderson in the corner of the end zone, was just a nice thrown ball. Fun to watch here on the TV as well.
Yes, it is, on the screen.
On the screen.
And, of course, Steingraber with a touchdown pass and Smolik with a touchdown pass. So both Dowling quarterbacks with one tonight. We got Mr. Touchdown. We got Mr. First Tee with us. Ron Gray, the legendary coach.
Legendary.
I understand he's now on Medicaid or something like that. He's old enough. He taught me in 1976, his first year at Dowling. You know that, Matt?
And he survived that?
Well, he has my record, so I'm kind of that's why I do this every Friday night. I'm working off my detention, my jug.
Your jug. Yeah.
I'm working that off. That's just my. And this could get ugly. So again, it might be you and him. We'll come back once you take your little break here, and we get Ron on and talk boys golf.
Sounds good.
That could be it. All right, beautiful.
You golf tomorrow, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
State golf starts tomorrow.
State golf.
Des Moines Golf and Country Club.
That's right.
I think that's the starter right behind you.
Yeah.
Ron Gray, he'll be the first tee starter.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Halftime score, Dowling 35, Fort Dodge nothing here at Valley Stadium on Dowling's senior night. Back after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
KY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
John Chido, our halftime score, Dowling 35, Fort Dodge nothing, and I'm joined by the legendary Dowling boys golf coach. I'm going to get all these adjectives in while I can, and that is Ron Gray. And Ron, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you taking time out and visiting with us, talking about boys golf, who, by the way, we just had the regular season. Now we're in the postseason, and you got a couple golfers going to state tomorrow. Congratulations, Ron.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Luke McFarlane and Jake Noonan. So I'm happy for them. They're juniors, and it's a great experience for them.
What a season you had. And, I mean, you're in a tough conference, and it's almost like state golf every time you take the links, whether it's a dual or an invitational. And you certainly have got a lot of experience this year with traveling back and forth. I think COVID – let's talk about that a little bit. How did that affect golfing this year? Because one thing we found out in March when everything was shut down due to COVID and the virus, you could go out and play golf. That was the one thing you could do no matter what age you were back in the spring. And certainly boys golf, the fall golf took off, and hopefully it didn't go off without too much of a hitch.
Well, I do got to say we did lose our girls' season this spring, so – not everybody was out
that's
there.
Right. Spring sport. That's part of the spring sports.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
But, there was a lot. The golf rounds are up all over the state, and it's a great sport to be out. We did lose 2 tournaments but because of the derecho and COVID.
Oh, that's right. The derecho came through, and that knocked some golf courses out for a while.
Yeah, we were supposed to play Cedar Rapids Country Club, and that would have been a great one, but they lost 1,500 trees.
Is that what it ended up being?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that 67% of the trees in Cedar Rapids are gone. They're going to start the replanting process here in the next few years, but that is amazing.
It is.
That's too bad. Well, Ron, let's talk about your boys' golf team. Obviously, you probably had some seniors that have graduated. One of them's playing tomorrow. That's great. But talk about the team, how it was made up, and in the season you had.
No, we had 2 seniors, and unfortunately, neither one made the state meet because both kids are juniors. And Mikey Chase played well for us all year, and he's a senior. We're going to miss him. And then Brett Wegman was the other senior. And so we are going to miss those guys, but we got some young kids that are going to be coming back. Got two kids in the state meet tomorrow playing individually.
I see that.
And, this is a little bittersweet because that's only the 7th time in 35 years we haven't made it as a team.
Well, you were in a pretty tough district, and let's talk about that. Monday, you went up to – well, actually Sunday afternoon, you guys traveled to Sioux City. You've been there before, so it's like you're – but you were also up there this year a few times just to play the course to prepare for your district.
Correct.
But what a salty district that was. You finished 4th, but I think you were 6 strokes out of the 2 teams that finished first, Johnson and Centennial.
They shot 320. We were 326, and Sioux City East was their home course. They shot 324 and got us by 2. So, and they did live scoring, and so we're looking as we're getting down with a couple of holes to go, and we're in first place. Then we're in second. We're back to first, then we're in third, then we're back to second, then we ended up 4th.
My goodness. Well, obviously when you go up that far, you never know what to expect. You've been prepared. I remember you talking golf, and there was snow on the ground like in Bettendorf. Those one year. I remember having you on and talking about that. But all different types of conditions. And it had to be an interesting year just to practice and to play and talk about some of the experiences and travel, obviously.
Yeah, well, I've got a van. I usually take the kids, but we had kids drive themselves to the competitions. Had to have the parents drive them up to Sioux City because they couldn't ride with me, and
sure.
we just had those restrictions, and it was just different. We kind of modified our program, our practices, so that I split them up an hour with the juniors, hour with the seniors, and so we did a lot of social distancing because I was really terrified of the COVID that it might, catch somebody and then take us out,
sure.
Instead of us taking ourselves out.
Yeah.
So, it was we modified our practices, and the competitions were interesting. Our JV didn't get as many competitions because of varsity JV tournaments were cut down to just varsity tournaments. So it was an interesting year.
Well, and hats off to, I said this before, to all the coaches, whatever sport you were coaching, whether it be volleyball or cross country, golf, obviously football. That adds just more to the playbook, so to speak, but not in a playbook way, just in a safety way of just handling practices and meets or events.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you, it's tough because kids like to congregate together, and so always social distance. They're probably tired. They're probably glad that I'm not going to be saying that to them again for another few months.
Well, it's good to hear that you're back out there and everything went well. And, of course, these 2 young men that are going to be playing tomorrow morning, they're going to play at Des Moines Golf and Country Club. That is the host site. Jake Noonan, who's a sophomore, is that right?
He's a junior.
He's a junior. And Luke McFarling, a junior. Okay, so both juniors.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about these 2 young men who compete because they tied for 6th. They both shot 79 in Sioux City on Monday.
Yeah, they did a great job. I'm just so happy for them, and it's going to be a great experience. And actually, Luke made the team late in the year. He was actually played our number 6 man, and then Jake was our JV early in the year and worked his way up to number 4. So it was our number 4 and 6 man that made the state tournament, which really,
goodness. Well, you mentioned a little bit about the team and the seniors, but who were basically in your top rotation throughout the year, Ron?
Well, Jackson Yergay was number 1 throughout most of the year, and he had a great season. He had a tough district tournament. We counted his score, but it wasn't characteristic Jackson. So he did all right. And then Mikey Chase had a pretty good year, and he wasn't characteristic at the district either. But they felt bad about it, and I said, listen, there's 6 players on the team, so one person can't take us out. So just be happy. And I actually told him, sent him an email that we shot 19 strokes better this year on the same course than we did last year at the district. We got second there, and we were only 6 strokes out of first. And so I just, I still hats off to the kids. They battled, and still proud of them.
That is amazing. I didn't even realize that. So, what a difference a year makes, isn't it?
Absolutely does.
Well, Ron, I know you're a big part, and I told Carolyn Kirchhoff I'd talk about this, the pancake breakfast. Now, no one has to endure your pancakes this year, Ron. I know you started at the Beanery at the Old Dowling, and then you went downtown and Vets, and now we're out. Now it's virtual. So there's no Ron Gray pancakes this year. I'm just surprised, and that's supposed to be that'll be held on Sunday, October 25th, the Dowling drive-through pancake breakfast. How about that?
Yeah, I think Carolyn's got me doing something, handing out stuff that day. I'm not sure. She hasn't got back to me yet, but yeah, I miss that flipping because I'll tell you, I love seeing all the old Dowling alumni and parents, and it is a reunion, and just It's great.
And you're known to flip a few cakes. So you and I have done that many times, and I know you're going to be in the drive-thru. So that could be interesting. Carolyn, he'll probably be signing autographs and, taking numbers for reservations. I don't know how much work you get out of him, but that's going to be different.
I'm going to have a donation plate for
I
me.
thought that. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. I visited with Ron Gray, the Dowling boys golf coach and pancake flipper extraordinaire during the Dowling Pancake Breakfast of many, many years. And this is a 59th annual, so it's not going away, but we're just not actually flipping the pancakes. It's going to be virtual. So
darn COVID.
That darn COVID. Everybody gets 4 pancake boxes. You've been invited anywhere to help make pancakes for some of these families coming through?
Not yet, but they'll probably raffle that off at the auction this spring.
They could. That is awesome. Well, I just wanted to put a plug in there. It's Sunday, October 25th. Yeah, you can purchase your tickets and reserve your breakfast kits. You're not having anything to do with these breakfast kits, are you, John? Ron? I mean, I can.
I'm
just
not
see.
putting them together, but I might be handing them out.
Handing them out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see how
I'll
that
be
goes.
flipping them in the window.
All right, I got to ask you, how many years teaching at Dowling? Because I know you were there in '76 in my first year.
This is my 43rd.
43rd.
Yeah. Actually, I started in fall of '78.
78?
Yep.
How come I had you in 76? Why do I remember that? Oh, I was a junior when I had you.
Yeah.
That's it, because I had you in
Mark, I still got those grade books. They're in the classroom, too. I really do. And so anybody gives me trouble, I said, I've got evidence.
They used to have things called bonfires. Those would be a good place to put them. Because everything's on computers now. They're on laptops and, hard drives.
I still keep hard copies.
I thought so. That's where I'm getting in trouble at. All right.
Yeah, it's been a great 43 years.
Unbelievable.
And I've had a great time and seen a lot of good things.
Yep.
A lot of changes.
And you're still kicking, and I that's great. I know you and your brother kind of live part-time in this in Canada, don't you? You still got the place up there when you can get to it?
Unfortunately, we can't get to it this year, but yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to it next summer, I can tell you that.
I'll bet you will next summer. I'll bet you will, and hopefully spring golf will happen. I'm guessing
I'm
it will.
hoping so, too. If things go like it is, I think it will. I just hope they loosen some of the restrictions. So.
Yeah, well, we hope so. We hope that all ends. The vaccine to be even better, and we can move along. But we got a mask up. We're doing it up here.
That's
Probably
right.
sounds like that through the microphone. But, Ron, I appreciate you coming up. I know there was happy hour somewhere that you weren't there, but I appreciate you being up here, and I owe you one.
Actually, you just took me out of the chapel. I was there praying, just my usual Thursday night routine from 5 to 7. Your brother used to be there, but he's not in our parish anymore. And I am going to confession after this.
That's what I want to hear. I think that makes sense. I'm just trying not to break too much of a smile. Well, we got to take a break. We're getting ready for the second half. Dowling football team looking good. You know any of these players out here?
I got a few of them in class.
Do you?
When I see them.
Yeah, virtual.
Virtual.
Virtual. That's our name this day and age. Virtual. Well,
I'll tell you, it's great to be back at school. Last spring, I was just lost. That was the longest period of time in 42 years I'd ever been separated from Dowling, never been in the building. It just drove me nuts.
Yeah, that's right. You guys couldn't come in. You were not allowed in. I mean,
correct.
And rightly so. Well, Ron, we appreciate all you do. Congratulations on your tenure. 1978 was your first year.
Mm-hmm.
God, it seemed like it was 76, but that was just me. Maybe I do a great job wrestling, boys golf, and, of course, longtime teacher. Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
And girls golf.
So. And that's right. In the spring, I got a text about that. Don't forget he's a girls golf coach, too. Yeah, I love it. Well, thanks for all you do.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for being here tonight.
You bet.
All right, senior night, and Dowling with the lead here at halftime, 35-0. We'll take a 1-minute break and return to Valley Stadium. Maroons leading Fort Dodge 35-0 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Tickets are available for the 59th Annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast at dowlingcatholic.org. Tickets will provide 4 pancake breakfast boxes containing the Dowling Catholic High School signature buttermilk pancake batter mix, plus individual syrups. Enjoy delicious pancakes on your schedule and in the comfort of your home. No need to get up early and stand in line. Make your pancakes on your time. Learn more about the 59th Annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast tickets at dowlingcatholic.org. Get your tickets today at dowlingcatholic.org.
Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for sponsoring Dowling Catholic High School football. In business since 1951, Skeffington's Formal Wear offers quality service, style, and selection, providing tuxedos, suits, and casual groom attire for weddings, proms, and any other special occasion. Skeffington's Formal Wear, with convenient locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Davenport, Coralville, and Ankeny. All locations are family-owned and operated by members in their respective communities, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
All right, we're underway here in the second half. Louis Brooks takes the opening kickoff about the 2-yard line, across the 20 up to the 22-yard line for a 20-yard return. 1st and 10 Dowling. Maroons lead at 35-0. We'll have the continuous clock here in the second half. The Maroons have that 35-point mercy rule in effect. Let's go down to John Chido. We didn't hear from Johnny at halftime, but John, I saw the dance daughters and their dads out there. Boy, that brings back memories, doesn't it?
It sure does, and I saw the dance coach, and she asked me that same question if I miss it, and I said I sure do. I miss the memories, and it was a nice time and experience spending with my daughter. And,
yes,
it was nice to still see that they're continuing that.
That's right. There's Dowling with this first play of the second half, and Cam Middleton, a little toss by quarterback Jackson Smolik, a little toss run, and he gets around the right side and picks up a few yards and crosses up near the 30-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2, it looks like here, Matt.
Yeah, it was a double-barreled halftime. So you had the dance dads with their daughters, and then you had the cheerleading dads with their daughters out there.
Oh, I didn't see the second one.
Yeah, but there was two shows.
Kind of occupied with Mr. Gray.
Yeah, he's a deal.
Handoff Middleton. Cam tackled high, and then he's driven back as he gets across maybe the 33 to 34-yard line, gain of 4. Boy, he's got some speed quickness when he gets the handoff from the quarterback, but then all of a sudden he just slows up, and so he's got that burst is what I'm looking for.
He does. It is kind of a sneaky little burst. You're right. He's got some acceleration from that 0 to 5 yards, and then he just lowers the shoulders and creates space.
1st and 10 Dowling from their own 34-yard line. As quarterback in now is Jake English, number 13, as he's the third Dowling quarterback to get into the ball game. I think Coach Wilson's going to get some players in. Ben Faber remains in at fullback, and I think we're going to see Dowling interchange some other positions. But a loss of 1 there, and I'll be back to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, this is a night when you get to recognize all your seniors, and you're going to get a lot of them on the field, and they get a chance to execute and play.
Yep. 2nd and 10, rather. No gain on the last play. Toss play right side. Cam Middleton trying to avoid tackles. A lot of white shirts in the backfield, and Cam goes down back at the 31-yard line. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Good pursuit there by the Dodger defense as Cam's not finding any room to run right there. Sets up a 3rd and long as the some new shirts are in there right now on the offensive line, and so I see Josh Stanfill out there, Carlos Navarro, some other jerseys for the Maroons.
We'll pull them in as we proceed, as Dowling now emptying their bench. 3rd and 14 Maroons from their own 31-yard line, leading 35-0. Back to throw is English, hit as he throws a pass incomplete. The intended receiver was Reed Beecher, but Jake English took a hit.
He took a hit.
6 foot, 190-pound junior took a hit as he threw it.
He did, and I believe, I'm trying to get the number right there, number 9, Thomas Daniel for Dodgers came off the edge on a blitz, and English didn't see him, and he took the brunt of that.
Yeah, Daniel, one of the 3 Daniel triplets on the team. He's got, you don't think that is a war there in Fort Dodge every night. They're all seniors, and now Calvert into punt, gets it away. And high end over end kick, takes a Dowling bounce inside the 30. I don't know if that's Dowling's first punt of the night. It might be all the way down to about the 19-yard line. So nice job by Calvert. Line of scrimmage was a 31 of Dowling, and now it's the Fort Dodge 19, and it'll be a first down for the Dodgers with 8:10 remaining here in the third quarter as we simulcast tonight's senior night game for Dowling Catholic on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring here in the press box. Let's go down the Dowling sideline, and that is where John Chido is at. Johnny?
Well, you're seeing a lot of new faces for Dowling Catholic, and it's nice to see Jake English get some time there at quarterback early in the second half to start the second half. Andrew Bliss was another junior that's getting to see some action, and along with many others I'm sure you guys will mention.
All right, we'll try to pick them up on the defensive side, and now here's a snap, and back to throw is quarterback Peterson. Throws across his body, pass is incomplete, broken up. Tyler Schreier, the speedster, was the intended receiver, and I'm pretty sure that was Peterson in at quarterback. Let's see if Coach Mosier is rotating his quarterback here.
Jackson Langen was camped underneath that football waiting for it to come down, and the offensive player became the defensive player in that case because Jackson saw a pick six in his future, and it was broken up well there by the the receiver.
Eyeballs got really
Yeah.
big. Here's a running play as the quarterback now for Fort Dodge is Connor Carver, number 13, the 6-foot sophomore, and the give is to the tailback that time, and right up the gut he goes for
John Presswood.
Presswood back in.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't seen their starting tailback Clayton. He's ruled out tonight, and Presswood with the carry. No yards at halftime rushing for Fort Dodge.
Wow. Yeah, that Dowling defense up front has been really, really strong. And
all right, here's the throw on 1st and 10, and a nice throw that time by Connor Carver. Pass is caught up to the 33-yard line as they move it about 3 or 4 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Kellen Shimon on the play there for the Maroons. A nice tackle as soon as he caught the football, and that's exactly how you teach it to be done. He keeps the ball in front of him, and no yards after catch.
2nd down 6, a gain of 4 from the Dodger 33, Dowling 35-0 with the running clock here, 6 minutes to play. And Carver back to throw, fires it over the middle, caught right across midfield, and they broke it up.
He didn't hang on.
Yep, incomplete, and 3 Maroons right around the football. The receiver had it, and then he was stripped.
Yeah.
As he was coming down, the ball was coming out.
It was, and again, Shimon there along with Jackson Langen breaking that play up and making a very good defensive play to bring up the 3rd and 6.
Javion Jondal was the intended receiver. It was in the mix, and they'll bring up 3rd and 6 for Fort Dodge from their own 33. The give is the tailback, and he's one play away from going, and a nice run that time by the outstanding tailback John Presswood, who's pressed into duty tonight due to the starter being out with an injury, and that was a nice run for Presswood.
Explosive through there and really hit another gear once he got into the secondary, and just a good touchdown-saving tackle towards the end of that play there for the Maroons.
1st and 10, Fort Dodge. Line of scrimmage is the Dodger 47-yard line. And the give is to the tailback. And that's Presswood again, and he.
I believe that's C.J. Spellman on the tackle there for the Maroons.
And he's dropped right at the line of scrimmage there. Go ahead.
Right at the line of scrimmage. You got C.J. Spellman in there, and Michael Scholes is in there right now. And it looks like Pat Pagano just came in as well.
Presswood, a 14-yard run 2 plays ago, and that one for no gain, so it's 2nd and 10. And back to throw is quarterback Carver, and the catch is made. Nice job by Jondal to hold on to it, but he's hit and dropped at midfield for a tough gain of 3.
Yeah, nice play there. Hit him right as he caught the football, but that was a heck of a catch because I didn't think he was going to hang on to it.
So it brings up 3rd down for Fort Dodge on the Dowling 49-yard line. It's 3rd and 6, and the give is to the tailback, Presswood. And John Presswood, the junior, down to the Dowling 47 for a gain of 2.
Brings up 4th down as I see Pagano in there inside, and that inside was stout, and they were able to stop it up. And I believe we got Grant Morgan in there as well right now.
Joe Hughes, number 44, in at linebacker for the Maroons. I don't know if you called his name yet, Matt. 4th and 5, and Fort Dodge going for it from the Dowling 48. Back to throw is Carver, fires the ball downfield. It's caught, and he may go. Yeah. Touchdown, Fort Dodge. On a 4th and 5, and they throw it in the end zone, and guess who? It's Javion Jondal for the touchdown, and the Dodgers now avoid the shutout as they score from 47 yards out.
That was a well-thrown football there by Carver. He laid it right on him. The 6'1" sophomore laid it out there for Jondal, and Jondal runs under it to the other sophomore. There's names we might hear for a couple of years.
81-yard drive for Fort Dodge, and now
the swinging gate.
Well, the old swinging gate, you don't practice this enough, and Fort Dodge is going to snap the football. They're going to keep it, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion. So they do a little wildcat without an offensive line, and the conversion is good, and I think that was their tailback, Presswood, who ran it in.
Yeah, I believe so, too.
So the 2-point conversion is good. So timeout on the field. Dowling now leading 35-8. 3:12 remaining. 3rd quarter, back with more action from Valley Stadium here in West Des Moines on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
This is Dr. Ray Guarendi from The Doctor Is In. Okay, I'll confess. Years ago when I was asked to be on Catholic radio, I peremptorily said, no thanks. And then I realized the power of Catholic radio. As I got emails and letters from folks who have come back to the church, whose families converted, whose lives were made better. It's training for the troops. It makes better Catholics, better Christians out of the folks who listen, and then they go out to transform the world. Your gift works to make a difference for you.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines alongside Matt Maindring. I'm Mark Amadale as Fort Dodge goes 9 plays, 81 yards, capped off by a 47-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Connor Carver to Javion Johnell. 2-point conversion run by John Presswood was good. It's 35-8 Dowling. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline. That's where John Chido was at. Johnny, give us an update.
Yeah, that was a swinging gate 2-point conversion, and the Dowling coaching staff was calling for the adjustment, and Dowling defense didn't adjust on that, and Fort Dodge was able to get in there.
Yeah, they certainly were, and they avoid the shutout, and thus the running clock is now over, Matt. So Dowling with the first down after Louis Brooks runs the ball back to near the 20-yard line. We'll call it about the 19 is where he ran it back, and the Maroons just run a play here, and they lose 2 yards, so to bring up 2nd and 12.
And you have a lot of younger kids or kids that don't get on the field very much, and going against the first group from Fort Dodge, and it's there now. We see the positive play come out.
Yep.
Now we're going to get a penalty here.
Yep. English with at quarterback now for Dowling. The throw was to Carson Brown. Came to the near side, but a penalty flag down, as you mentioned, and we'll sort this out as our officials now will let us know.
I think we're going to get a personal foul.
Personal foul against the Maroons. So they're going to get Matty McGee for the personal foul. And that'll move the Dowling offense back half the distance to the goal. That'll be back to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to erase the positive yards there on that play. And now we get the Fort Dodge coaches are on the field. I don't know what. They're asking a question on that far sideline, and we'll see what we have.
Game clock stopped with 2:27 remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling leading 35-8, and they're going to mark it off, and they're going to put it at the 11-yard line. So maybe, all right. Put it at the 11. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio's coverage of Dowling Catholic football for our 46th year, and that includes Ashworth Vision, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. English back to throw, fires over the middle. The pass is incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Mikey McLean, and a linebacker swatted at it, so there's a lot of traffic going through there that he threw the ball.
There's a lot of traffic in there as Mikey was running across the middle, and it didn't get to where it was wanted to go.
So the Maroons backed up here,
Yeah,
Matt.
the first time the penalties kind of hurt the Maroons tonight as they end up now backing up, and Jake's going to have to punt out of the end zone.
So Jake Calvert stands at his own end zone. 6-foot senior on senior night, one of 31 seniors on the football team. Calvert, a left-footed kick. It's a end-over-end kick, and it goes sideways across the midfield. And it's going to run out of bounds inside the 35 at the 33-yard line. Nice job by Jake. That's really quite the kick. That's a 63-yard kick with no return. How about that?
Not a wind-aided kick either. You got the bounce out of it, and was able to flip the field there for the Maroons.
So Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line with 2:11 remaining here in the third quarter. Let's go down to our Dowling sideline reporter. Doing a pretty good job. How's the foot feel tonight, Johnny?
Well, I'm staying at one end of the field as much as possible. So, but I'm down at the end, unfortunately, where all the action was going. But I just want to mention Jake English made a nice throw.
Yes, he did.
Threw an out route to the field to Carson Brown, and
yep.
that's a tough throw for him, and he made a nice throw. Unfortunately, they got pushed back by that penalty, and things went south there.
Yes, it did. And now here's a handoff, and running for a first down again as John Presswood all of a sudden heating up. He's going against some of the Dowling second and third teamers, but Presswood now picks up a first down from his own 33 up to the 46, a gain of 13.
They have some speed, and that speed is getting unleashed right now. As you can see the explosiveness from that offense. It looked like Noah Seamer out there makes a play for the Maroons, gets stopped as we go to first down.
Connor Carver at quarterback. The give once again is to Presswood again. He's down the near sideline. He may go. Now on the near sideline, touchdown. Once again, John Presswood. Lightning speed, and he goes in from 54 yards out.
That was quick. They were in the same play in the other direction. The jet sweep bound back to the wide side of the field, and that was untouched.
Cuts the score to 35-14, pending we call it the conversion. Is it the extra point, or is Presswood going to take the snap and go? He works out of the shotgun, and Presswood again. He may throw it, and he does. And he threw it behind into traffic to his center, who snapped it incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good. The score remains Dowling 35, Fort Dodge 14. Minute 38 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute from here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610. Online at ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium. Here's a kickoff by the Dodgers, and running it back is Louis Brooks. Fields it around the 5-yard line and returns it up to across the 40, up to the 42-yard line here at Valley Tiger Field. Louis Brooks against that Dodger special teams gives the Maroons a first down in great field position, Matt.
They are in really good field position, and I think Louis, after that last touchdown, or after that last kick return, said, I'm not wasting any time here. I'm picking it up and going.
Well, he heard you, and he did it, just like he was coached. And Dowling with the 35-14 lead. Presswood on a 54-yard run.
You see the first string offense back out there for the Maroons right now.
All right, Steingraber the give to the tailback, and that's Middleton. Cam back in there. And the Maroons start in pretty good field position from their own 42-yard line, and he may have gotten a yard there. We'll see.
Yeah, we see Claypool and Carey, Olson, Varelli, and McGee out there now for the Maroons up front with Adam Lynch at tight end.
We're approaching the final minute of the third quarter. Steingraber in, throws it near side, caught and out of bounds. It's Louis Brooks after a short gain up near the 48-yard line. He'll pick up 5, and he'll bring up third down and about 4 yards.
Yeah, long 4, and the Maroons here look to, get a first down and chew some time off the clock here because Fort Dodge put up 2 quick scores.
Yes,
there,
they did.
And that offense can ring the bell pretty quickly.
Dodgers going 2 plays, 67 yards on that last possession, and now handoff near side, and it's Cam Middleton up near midfield. He'll be shy of the first down. At midfield, he'll need to get to the Dowling 48. I'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Maroons, and let's see if Calvert comes in to punt.
We'll see what happens here, what Coach decides to do. That was Jace Ulrich on the stop there for the Dodgers, and made a real strong tackle to bring Cam down. It looks like Maroon's going to go for it.
All right, Steingraber at quarterback. He's got one back in the backfield, and that's Cam Middleton. Two receivers left of the formation or the top of your screen. Tight end is Lynch on the right side. Here's the snap. Steingraber fakes the handoff to Middleton. Wants to throw. Being chased. Avoids a tackle. Sets up. Fires the ball downfield. Hit. Caught by Lynch. First down Dowling. Inside the 35.
That was very impressive.
Fort Dodge.
That was very impressive by Jake Steingraber.
A lot of time.
Well, he stood in there. He avoided the first one, and he knew he was going to get hit. What I like about that last throw is he knew he was going to get hit.
And he did.
He waited and threw it to Lynch in a perfect spot and took the punishment and first down.
That'll bring that is the end of the third quarter on a 17-yard pitch and catch from quarterback Jake Steingraber to Andrew Lynch. And Dowling now ends the third quarter with a 35-14 lead. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute here at Valley Stadium on Dowling Senior Night on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Father Larry Richards of EWTN Open Line Thursday, and we just want to encourage you to help us. We really need you to bring people to Jesus Christ. Think about it. What have we done to bring people to Christ? We need you and we need your help because Jesus tells you, go and make disciples of all nations. You can do that by helping us. God bless you.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemin, using science to transform the world. Online at kemin.com.
Yeah, we're back here at Valley Stadium, underway here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with the first down. Maroons lead at 35-14. Maroons scored 35 unanswered points. Back comes Fort Dodge with 14 unanswered points here in the second half. The Maroons have not scored here in the second half after they led at halftime 35-0. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring, John Chido. A handoff, a little stretch play to right side, and that's Cam Middleton. And he gets inside the Dodger 30, and they're going to spot him down right about there.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Dowling here try to grind this out a little bit and chew some time off the clock and set this up.
So Middleton gained 3 yards on the play down to the 30-yard line. Second down and 7. As quarterback is Jake Steingraber for the Maroons. One receiver split out wide left at the bottom of your screen, one to the right, tight end on the left. And Steingraber on a long count. Fakes the handoff, fires downfield, and incomplete. The intended receiver was Mac Anderson. And Matt didn't, he wasn't thrown to where Mac was running. Let's put it that way.
Jerry Chata did a pretty good job right there, the defender for the Dodgers, and he got in between Mac and the ball, and one of those things where he kind of slows up and played good defense and didn't allow Mac to cut and go towards the football.
So we'll bring up third down and 7 for the Maroons. Dowling 35, Fort Dodge 14 here on a beautiful night. Thursday night high school football. The Valley Tigers are home tomorrow night. That's why the Maroons game has been moved to tonight. That was done early in the year. Now Steingraber on play action. Fires the ball long, threw it behind Brooks, and Louis went up and got it. First down Maroons, goal to go at the 7. And he just went up that ladder, Matt, and out.
That was impressive.
Now, Louis stands at 6 feet, 165. I've stood next to Louis. He's more like 5'9", maybe 5'10".
I know it.
And I'll tell you what, he climbed that ladder.
He did. He got up there, and, Jake threw the ball a little bit behind him, but Louis adjusted and goes up and gets it. That was fun to watch.
First and goal, Dowling at the Dodgers' 6-yard line, a 24-yard reception by Brooks. And now the Maroons keep the ball on the ground. They hand off left side, and spun down is the tailback, Townsend. Adam Townsend in there, number 26. That's the fourth tailback I think we see tonight. As everybody's getting an opportunity to play, and Townsend wrapped up. They're going to span it, say he went down at the 6 for no gain.
Sets up the second and goal for the Maroons here as the offensive set stays the same.
This will be the 9th play of the Dowling drive, started back at the 42. And on play action here is Steingraber, fires in the end zone, pass is caught and lost.
Yeah.
Had it, and then he dropped it after a few steps, and that might have been Lynch, the tight end.
That was Lynch. Thought he was going to pick up Caden Sanders there, because Caden Sanders on that bootleg, number 36, was open as he turned the corner, but he went after the big target, the one that's easy to see, Andrew Lynch.
Well, Jake showed his arm strength there. Now the Maroons will reset, and they're going to send 3 receivers to the right. Top of the screen is Mac Anderson, Koa Thompson, and Louis Brooks, top to bottom. As Steingraber, the quarterback, no tight end. Steingraber back to throw. Looks right, throws into a small seam, and it's caught. Touchdown, Louis Brooks.
Yeah, you see
Louis with the reception, and I'll tell you what, it just got across the goal line. It's all it needs to do is Louis fell down on the goal line. Touchdown, Dowling.
You see that at the next level, those kids going, the receiver gets in the end zone, just like the first down marker, gets in about 1.5 yards.
Get the ball over.
Curls and sits, and Steingraber threw a strike right on Louis' number, and 6 points for the Maroons.
The extra point by John Cole in for the extra point. It's up and good. Maroons perfect on the night. As there's 7 for 7 now on extra points. 42-14 is our score. Dowling leading for Dodge. 10:09 remaining fourth quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts of the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Hey, we're back here at Valley Stadium. Here is the kickoff by Dowling's John Cole, sophomore, and Squibb kicks it, and it's fielded right about the 34-yard line. That's where Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. 10:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with a 42-14 lead. John Chido, Maroons with a 9-play, 58-yard drive, capped off by a Louis Brooks 6-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Jake Steingraber, and that is Jake's second touchdown pass of the night, Johnny.
Jake's done a nice job sticking with the receivers, especially that one throw where he broke pursuit and was able to set his feet and hit the receiver downfield. And then Louis Brooks setting up with a nice stick route in between space, and Jake able to get that ball in that tight window.
Yeah, that was quite the bullet that he threw there. And now a little swing pass left side and a little bubble pass and getting outside the numbers and near a first down. I think he got stood up before that.
There's going to be a flag. There was holding out there and just about took his jersey with him.
The receiver that time was Madraska, but this may be coming back as Fort Dodge is guilty of the hold, as you mentioned. So the ball was moved up to the 41-yard line. That'll all come back. 7-yard gain, that's going to be nullified.
It's so hard for that receiver on that bubble play. If the ball takes a long time to get out there, you got to hold that defender for a long time, and that time he actually did hold it.
Yeah, receivers aren't linemen.
No.
Linemen get away with that.
They do practice it a lot, and they take pride in that blocking, but he had to do it a little bit too long.
So it's a spot foul, and it'll bring the ball back to the 28-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 16. As back to throw is quarterback Connor Carver. And he is under duress, and
I believe that was
dropped and incomplete as the pass.
Number C.J. Spellman back there putting on a little pressure and made him get rid of it a little sooner than he wanted to. We got Michael Scholes in there down in front, and as the Maroons try to get a stop.
All right, 2nd and 16, back to throw. Is quarterback Connor Carver, launches it out, pass is incomplete, and now a flag comes on the side judge as wrapping up John Doe out of bounds is the Dowling defender, and that'll be a interference penalty and 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, first down for Dodge.
That's a tough play for Kellen Shimon. He's running stride for stride with him, and I kind of thought was getting his feet tangled up. Now, I might be a little biased, but it looked like a pretty good defensive play. And get his feet tangled up.
We have bad angle. Unless we get the replay going. Here.
Maybe Johnny's got a better look at it.
He doesn't have any better look. He's got to look through the whole field. Did you have a better look, Johnny?
I had a great look, actually. It looked like the receiver pulled Shimon down. He was. Coach was right. He's running stride for side, and it looked like the receiver pulled him down towards him. And with his back turned to the ball, the officials called pass interference.
Thanks for backing me up on that, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, I never got another penalty.
It was not good tonight when Ron Gray moved in. My night went south immediately, and it's continuing here in the second half, thanks to my partners tonight, John Chido and Matt Manger. 9:35 remaining, and now the officials are illegal substitution here, it looks like.
Yeah, they had too many guys in the huddle, even though it's what you call that messy huddle or however you want to call it, and they had too many guys out there, so it backs them up 5 yards. And then, in high school football, that interference call is not automatic first down, and so it was short of the first down.
So pass interference on Dowling, and too many men in the huddle for Dodge will back them up 5. So first down Dodgers from their own 38, a running play, and going nowhere is a tailback. Dowling Maroons converging on the play.
They are. They were converging on the play. Michael Scholes and it looks like Pat Pagano in there, and Grant Morgan inside for the Maroons right now. So
loss of 2 back to the 36, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll bring up third down now. They'll call it 3rd and 8 after all the penalties. And quarterback now for the Dodgers, and that's Connor Carver scrambling, and will keep the football, and he'll slide for a first down at midfield.
No, he threw it. No, he threw it. He threw it downfield, and it was a diving catch out there by – looked like Tyler Schreier.
Yeah, the fastest guy. And I'll tell you what, that's the guy you don't want to catch in stride.
Yeah.
And they're going to get all the way down to the 49-yard line. So that's a 15-yard gain for Fort Dodge with Schreier on the catch. And it's the Dodgers now in business. Carver back to throw, fires it out, and the pass is broken up, incomplete. John Doe, the intended receiver, and he's taken to the ground.
Got some pressure there from C.J. Spellman for the Maroons and got right at his feet as he let go of the football. I will say, I noticed earlier that they do have, I said the play looked like it was from the CFL. I just noticed on their signs up there, they have a sign that has a CFL sign on it.
Don't doubt that. Yeah, they do their signs. And now back to throw is Carver, throws to the far sideline, and it's incomplete. So now we'll bring up 3rd and long for the Dodgers on their own from the Dowling 49 with 8.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling leading 42-14. I want to thank our listening audience on Iowa Catholic Radio and our viewing audience on CISN.TV. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring, along with John Chido, who's on the Dowling sideline. And now Carver back to throw again and can't hook up with his receiver on the near sideline, incomplete. Vedraska was well defended that time by a pair of Maroons.
And we got Joe Hughes and Andrew Spina in there at linebacker right now for the Maroons, and out there in coverage, Jackson Langen. And at that safety position, we've got Noah Seamer back there, and so it's a crew that's been doing a pretty good job here now this series. They've had a much better series.
All right, we've got a timeout on the field called by Dowling. 8.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, and it's Dowling leading Fort Dodge 42-14 here on Dowling Senior Night from Valley Stadium on Thursday night. High school football on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Tickets are available for the 59th annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast at dowlingcatholic.org. Tickets will provide 4 pancake breakfast boxes containing the Dowling Catholic High School signature buttermilk pancake batter mix, plus individual syrups. Enjoy delicious pancakes on your schedule and in the comfort of your home. No need to get up early and stand in line. Make your pancakes on your time. Learn more about the 59th annual Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast tickets at dowlingcatholic.org. Get your tickets today at dowlingcatholic.org.
Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for sponsoring Dowling Catholic High School football. In business since 1951, Skeffington's Formal Wear offers quality service, style, and selection, providing tuxedos, suits, and casual groom attire for weddings, proms, and any other special occasion. Skeffington's Formal Wear, with convenient locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Davenport, Coralville, and Ankeny. All locations are family-owned and operated by members in their respective communities, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
All right, 4th and 10 now for Fort Dodge. They're going for it, and back to throw is Carver. Fires the ball downfield. The pass is intercepted. Dowling with the interception right about the 20-yard line. The Maroons come away with a pick that time.
Ben Hugrich for the Maroons back there in coverage. Makes a nice interception, gets the ball back for the Maroons, and puts the offense back on the field.
So Hugrich steps in front of the play. I think we had a Dowling defender last week in Marshalltown do the same thing late in the game. And here is the interception. And nice job. He had to get up there in the air to do that.
Nice play.
He came down with it. Ben, a 5'9", 145-pound defensive back, gets the pick for Dowling. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include dental associates, construction professionals, along with Ashworth Vision. Dowling will start with the 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line, 8:22 remaining. English in at quarterback for the Maroons, and the give is to the tailback for Dowling.
I imagine this is
Keegan
Beckish. I imagine this is Beckish time. You know, last week Keegan came in and had a real nice fourth quarter.
10 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown in the fourth quarter for Beckish, and he's in here now to clean up.
A little spark plug and fun to watch back there.
I hope he gave credit to his offensive line, no matter if they were starters
or
one of the reserves. I hope he paid note to them. Beckish again at 4. We'll bring up 2nd down. 42-14 Dowling over Fort Dodge. English play action, fires over the middle. Pass incomplete as he tried to hit Mikey McLean. I'll tell you what, Mikey catches it. He's one of the fastest kids in the track team. His dad, Craig, is the quarterback's coach, and Mikey can scoot. I'd like to see that go in a one-on-one matchup with Schreier for Fort Dodge. I don't know if Schreier goes both ways, but that would be a matchup.
That'd be fun to watch. Mikey, great kid. Craig, just a great social studies teacher at Dowling and just an excellent job inside the classroom.
All right, English back to throw, and he tossed it downfield. Pass incomplete. There was contact, but the pass incomplete as English tried to hook up with his tight end this time, Andrew Bliss. And he overthrew him, and that'll bring up 4th and 6, Dowling from their own 27, and we'll see Calvert into punt. Reminder, both teams will be in the playoffs, well, maybe next week. Both teams could get a bye, and it might be 2 weeks and a day. Because keep in mind, the playoffs start on Friday, and that's a week from tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And I got to imagine there's going to be more buys because the public schools are out, so it creates more openings.
5 Des Moines schools are out, but they'll start on Friday, October 16th, the first round of the playoffs. There'll be a lot of play-in games there. Dowling's expected to get a bye, and the Maroons won't play till October 23rd. Matt, that's 2 weeks and a day from today. That's 15 days away.
Looks like right now that if Dowling is hosting, that game very likely could be at Drake Stadium. So I think that'll be a nice venue. We haven't been there in a couple years, so it'll be fun to play there.
Yep. Maroons will use Drake as their home stadium because Des Moines East, who, by the way, has brand new field turf, brand new scoreboard, brand new everything. They've done a nice job, unable to rent the facility due to COVID, but Drake has stepped up. John Child, let's go down to you. Give us an update in the Dowling sideline. A lot of players getting in, just like last week at Marshalltown.
Yeah, it's nice to see that because keep in mind, there wasn't really a JV team or scheduled this year, so these kids got to play in some of that, but they were sprinkled in. But as a unit, this is their first action, this much action in the season. So those first 2 series are kind of hard to get adjusted to, but defensively they bear down and had some good stops.
Another great
Calvert,
kick
tremendous punt. He outkicked everybody. Fielded at the 20-yard line by the Dodgers, and that was Tyler Schreier. Went over his head. He fielded at 20. So Calvert punting all the way deep inside his 20 to the opposite 20. So about that 60 yards it traveled, and on the return he gets it across the 30, and I'm going to spot it down right around the 37-yard line.
Right.
But Jake Calvert on senior night.
Yeah, Yeah, he's had some nice punts there and just really boomed that one. That was a great kick.
So Dodgers will start 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 7:20 remaining. We will have a post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio. John Chido will catch up with Dowling football head coach Tom Wilson in his 16th year, going for win number 169 here at Dowling and win number 258 overall in his 28 years. And a loose football again, and the Dodgers now guilty of another turnover. Remember, they had 10 the last 2 games, Matt, and now
it looks like it's going to be maroon football.
And they stopped the clock.
Yep.
And it is.
Yep.
You know who it is, 74. Dominic Busick on the fumble recovery.
Dominic Busick.
He puts it right in the air and shows it to you.
There you go. The big fella running off faster than he's ever run off the field right there. Excited. That's great to see.
Junior lineman for Dowling on the recovery, Busick.
I had Dominic in my business class when I was teaching there the first month of the year. So
you still teaching?
No, I've re-retired.
Re-retired. I've heard that a lot from teachers. What's that mean?
Well, it was getting to be a little bit much, juggling everything and teaching in the classroom. It was fun, and the kids were great, but
yeah,
we're in good shape now.
That's great. Well, Dowling now with the football. First down from the Dodger 35, and the handoff as English remains at quarterback.
Keegan got kind of strung out right there with the Dodgers defenders. Did a really good job of punching him to the outside and stringing that play out, and Keegan couldn't turn the corner.
And it'll bring up 2nd down for the Maroons. No gain on the play, as you mentioned. English with the handoff, and he back tried to go outside. Nothing there but a wall of Dodgers. So we'll do it again. 2nd and 10. English. And the give is to the Dowling tailback, Keegan Beckish. And gets back to line of scrimmage. That's about it.
That was about it. Colin Glesney for Fort Dodge makes the tackle there. Nice one-on-one tackle, and almost it was a wrestling move getting him down right there, and sets up 3rd and long for the Maroon offense.
I wouldn't doubt a wrestling move. Dodgers are pretty good.
They got a few of them.
Yeah, they do.
Some really good ones.
So I'm going to call it a loss of 1. So it's 3rd and 11 Maroons. English has 3 receivers to the right, to the top of your screen. Beckish, the lone tailback. Tight end on the left, and he handed it off to Beckish, trying to get around that tight end, and he's down at the 35-yard line. He tried to get outside where the Maroon tight end was at, and that was Drew Wingett.
Yep.
And Drew held his man, but nice defense that time by Fort Dodger. Bring up 4th and 9.
Jerry Chata on the tackle for the Dodgers. 4th and 9. Maroons going for it inside their own territory. Or inside Dodger territory.
And off to Beckish, looking for a hole, and the collision happens at the point of attack. No gain of the play, and Dowling will turn the ball over on downs with 5:21 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Maroons up 42-14. Here on a beautiful night, senior night, if you joined us late, for the Dowling Catholic football team, along with their all their support, their team managers, cheerleaders, and dance team, all recognized tonight. And we appreciate having head coach Ron Gray, the Dowling boys golf team, and also the girls golf coach on, talking about their season, which continues tomorrow out at Des Moines Golf and Country Club for a
warm
couple
day.
Of those. Luke McFarling and Jake Noonan will tee off for the Maroons. They tied for 6th at their district up in Sioux City on Monday, and we got a stoppage to play. Let's go down to John Chido while we have a moment. Maroons lead at 42-14. Johnny, take it away.
Well, I have to mention one number that got in there in that last series, number 84, my son Joe Chido. I have to give a shout-out to him. His varsity action under the lights at Valley Stadium for the first time. It's kind of nice to see
absolutely
him get some action.
On senior night. Hey, Johnny, I got to ask you, do you know if they're going to – we were talking about it last week at Marshtown. Do you know if there's a JV game scheduled for Monday? They get that pulled off.
Yeah, they're talking about that, and I think it's going to happen over at Waukee at 5:30 or 6.
Okay.
And that's going to be a lot of guys that, like I said, will be able to play as a unit as a whole, a lot of those juniors and sophomores, and it'd be nice to see those guys get a full game with Waukee Monday night.
Yeah, and John and Matt, Coach Wilson talked about that. It's so important to get those kids time, and Coach Cataldo is the coach of that JV and sophomore team. They're kind of combined this year. That is so important in development. You're seeing the Beckishes and the kids that have been out there tonight, the Busiks who will be around next year, to get some reps with live ball at this level.
It is. It's so hard, at times, and those kids need those reps, and the only reps they're getting have been against the best team in the state in practice.
Right.
But
it's true.
It's so hard to get your confidence built up, and so it's just fun to see other jerseys.
All right, Fort Dodge with the football. First down from their own 34, and the ball carrier spun down, and he tried to get outside, and that was Presswood again. Dodgers still have their starters in there.
Kai Woods. Is
that who it was?
Stop, yeah. Big 96, it looks like.
Dessa Kai Woods, nicknamed Kai, junior, defensive lineman.
5'9" junior. Good play by Kai.
As we're under 5 minutes remaining, we'll bring up second down and 11 as the Dodgers lose a yard to the 33-yard line. A little swing pass left side, and Dowling had that well defended. Ball carrier with the catch and across the 35 up to about the 37-yard line.
Thought for a second that was going to be a double pass.
Yeah, they like to set that up, don't they?
Yeah. There's John Reinhardt onto the field there, number 40. It's good to see him on the field. And Johnny just a spark plug. And he's fun to have in the building and great kid.
Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Dodgers. They'll go with two receivers on each side of the formation, one back in the backfield. And back to throw is their quarterback, Connor Carver, fires it near side. The pass incomplete. As they try to get a quick post pattern, and it's broken up, and it's 4th and 7 now for the Dodgers in the final 4 minutes of the contest.
A lot of bodies out there now. That's some of their first action, and I see Mata Bruja out there, and got some time early in the year. He's going to be one of those kids I'm looking forward to that JV game.
Yeah, on Monday night.
Yeah.
All right. Back to throw is Carver, and he fires it towards the far sideline, incomplete, right in front of the Dodger bench, and it would have been good enough for a first down. He dropped it. I'll bring up 4th down. And that was 4th down, a turnover now on downs.
Yeah, offense gets on the field again, and away we go.
All right, when 84 gets in for Dowling, and I know this because that's how many precincts we have in Des Moines. That's my gauge. That's Mr. Chido. Is that right, Johnny? That's a good way to remember it? 84 Des Moines precincts, and that's what your son wears? That's my key.
Yeah, I just hate to mention anything to do with work at this time. Get away from that, but you had to bring it up. So
I did. I just wanted to let you know we got to have a little levity. I've been taking a beating up here on the texting world. There's some people that know my number now. Thank you.
Don't know how you guys are operating down there. It's not a very stressful situation, is it?
We've got a great leader. He's down there in the sideline in a boot. Got a tremendous leader. It's all well. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take one ourselves. 4:03 remaining, fourth quarter. Alongside Matt Maindring, I'm Mark Hamadale, John Chido on the Dowling sideline. We'll take a break. Dowling 42, Fort Dodge 14 here in the fourth quarter on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Hi, this is Father Mitch Pacwa, and our Lord said if you give a cup of cold water to a disciple because he's a disciple, you get a disciple's reward. We thank you for your support of Catholic Radio because we are trying to be faithful disciples, and we trust that as you are generous, our Lord will also reward you with a disciple's reward.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
Now we're back here at Valley Stadium. Dowling with a 8-yard gain. Handoff once again, near side, and that is Beckish again. And runs over a defender inside the 15-yard line there, Matt.
I tell you what, he's got the sideline excited there on the play before that on his 8-yard run. He had a nice stiff arm, punched the defender to the ground with that stiff arm, and right there he lowered his shoulder and ran over a defender. That gets kids excited on the sideline. That gets the upperclassmen excited.
13 down to the 13-yard line, so it's a first down for Dowling, and the fullback now will be Joe Hughes. He'll go from linebacker to fullback, and Keegan Beckish is who we're talking about, the junior, had 10 carries in the fourth quarter last week. Here's a handoff, follows Hughes' block, and dives forward into the 10-yard line before he stacked up there.
That looked like Ben Faber that time. Let's
Did they
me
switch
see
it
the
around?
Numbers jump out of that pile. Yeah, Beckish just came back on the field.
They're interchanging.
Faber.
Yep. So Faber the carry.
Yeah, the senior Ben Faber with the carry there, and or junior Ben Faber, junior.
Beckish 10 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown last Friday night, all in the fourth quarter against Marshalltown. Here's the snap. English the handoff. This is Beckish, near side. Inside the 10, tripped up at the 5. Nice job that time by the Marshalltown defender, and that was Caden Lynch who made the stop.
Yeah, he get out around the corner there and makes a nice run again.
Check that. There's Jerry Chatta with the stop, and he may have saved a touchdown.
He did.
So it is a 3rd and 1 for Dowling on the 4-yard line of Fort Dodge. Pistol formation. English at quarterback for the Maroons. The give is left side, and
he's going to get in
there. Touchdown Beckish. How about that? Keegan Beckish, touchdown Dowling. His second touchdown in as many quarters.
Yeah.
He had one last week at Marshalltown, second one of the season, and it comes with 1:55 remaining in this one, and the Maroons up 48-14, pending the extra point.
He did a nice job there running around the edge, and they just he's a spark plug. That's fun to watch.
Well, the Central Iowa Sports Network crew will be here tomorrow night as Dowling will the Valley Tigers will take on Ankeny Centennial, and a battle of who doesn't want to play in the play-in game, I think. Both teams with one win on the season. Extra point is up, and it is good as the young man
Diego Leon just
kicking the extra point was David Roberts.
Oh, David Roberts.
David Roberts. 49-14, Dowling. We'll take a 1-minute break, 1:55 remaining fourth quarter. And you'll be back here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines, 515-440-4610, online at ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. This will be a multi-use facility tonight and tomorrow. Dowling home on their senior night as Roberts kicks off, and it's fielded by Fort Dodge at the 10-yard line. On the return, it's returned left, and out of bounds is Schreier, who on the return. The Maroons leading 49-14 that last drive after a Dowling fumble recovery. Maroons go 6 plays, 37 yards, capped off by Keegan Beckish's 4-yard run for a touchdown, and the extra point was good by David Roberts. Dowling leading 49-14. Back to the Dowling sideline. That's where John Chido was at. Johnny?
Well, it's nice to see Keegan Beckish run the way he did. He lowers his pad level and keeps his feet moving, and he's had a nice last 2 games have been really good for him in running the football.
Well, it certainly has, and that's good to see. And he'll have an opportunity, I'm sure, on Monday night to do that as the Dodgers now on a first down from their own 31-yard line. Put the ball on the ground, and ball carrier gets near a first down there.
Yeah, he got around the corner there and turned on the Jets, and just a little short of the first down as the clock keeps running.
50 seconds remaining, and the Maroons have forced the continuous clock, leading 49-14 over Fort Dodge. As quarterback Connor Crawford, high snap, he retrieves it, rolls to his left, and he'll be brought down inside the 35-yard line. And that might do it. It will not stop the clock, and let's see if that's the final play. Both teams will move on to the.
That was John Reinhardt there. You hear the sidelines going. They are excited because John got that sack out there, and really good deal for the 5'6" senior.
All right, final 15 seconds. I saw that on the replay. Very nice. And now penalty flag on Fort Dodge. They'll stop the clock to assess the penalty. But, again, both teams moving on to the playoffs. All the teams in the state next Friday night. That'll be 1 week from tonight on Friday, October 16th. Now, some of the teams, the higher-seeded teams, will have a bye. So it'll be 2 weeks and 1 day before I see you, is what I understand. Yeah. After Dowling's going to go to 5-1 on the season, ranked number 2 by Radio Iowa, as here is a handoff to their tailback Presswood around the left end, and that'll do it. Final score, 49-14 Dowling. That'll wrap it up from Valley Stadium.
Oh, wait, we got a flag.
We may have an untimed down if it's against the defense. We'll see. So it's not over yet.
Unless they decline it.
We'll see what Nick Mosier and his first-year coach at Fort Dodge, their record will fall to 3-4 on the season. And we'll catch the penalty here. Uh,
56? No.
And he's not dressed tonight, but that'll do it. That they will not run another play. And final score, 49-14. Dowling with the win. Maroons improved to 5-1 on the season. That'll be the regular season record going into the playoffs. Fort Dodge falls to 3-4. Both teams will advance to the playoffs beginning next week. Congratulations to head coach Tom Wilson and the Dowling Maroons as they move on to the playoffs. And Matt Magruder, what a game it was. Maroons winning last week 42-0 at Marshalltown, and this week a winner on their senior night, 49-14.
Really good first half of football for the Maroons, and they came out and dominated the first quarter, get out 21-0 as Fort Dodge just couldn't get out of their own way a couple times there, and you can't do that if you're going to challenge the Maroons. And, played a great ball game. Now, if you're Fort Dodge, you saw a couple bright spots there in that second half. They put 2 scores on the board in a hurry, and but that Maroon crew is really good.
Yeah, John Presswood, a 54-yard run, the backup tailback for Fort Dodge, and Javion Jondo, a 47-yard reception from quarterback Connor Carver, the backup quarterback for Fort Dodge, as he relieved Carson Peterson earlier. And as you see on CISN, you'll see head coach Tom Wilson visiting with the Dowling team, and before they head to the locker room and head back to Dowling Catholic High School. But again, the final, Dowling 49-14 over Fort Dodge. Maroons led 35-0 at halftime. A couple of touchdowns in the third quarter by Fort Dodge cut the score to 35-14, and Dowling tacks on scores by Louis Brooks on a 6-yard touchdown catch from quarterback Jake Steingrager in the fourth quarter, and then Keegan Beckish on a 4-yard run right before the game ended, and the Maroons would. Let's take a look at the official statistics. Jarek Seifert, our stat guy, and boy, a lot of numbers here. Dowling with 389 yards of total offense, 273 for Fort Dodge. Maroons 247 yards in the air, 142 yards rushing. Fort Dodge 239 yards in the air and just 34 yards on the ground. Dowling penalized 4 times for 50 yards. Fort Dodge 11 penalties for 56 yards. And the Maroons with 24 first downs tonight, 12 for Fort Dodge. Quarterback Jake Steingraber, 9 out of 14, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception for the Dowling senior. Sophomore Jackson Smolik, 7 out of 9 passing, 108 yards, and a touchdown for Fort Dodge. Connor Carver, the backup quarterback, 7 out of 16 passing, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And the starter, Carson Peterson, 6 out of 16 passing for 80 yards and 2 interceptions. Leading ground gator tonight for Dowling was Cam Middleton, 16 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Keegan Beckish, 9 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown. Blake Anderson, 3 carries for 26 yards. Zach Swager, 6 carries, 15 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. And Ben Faber, 1 carry for 2 yards. Louis Brooks, 1 carry, and Jackson Smolik and Adam Townsend, all with a couple carries and no yards. For For Dodge, their leading ground gainer was John Presswood, 12 carries, 22 yards. Carson Peterson, 7 carries for 4 yards, and Tyler Schreiner, 2 carries for 2 yards. Leading receiver for Dowling was Koa Thompson, 4 catches, 81 yards. Andrew Lynch, 3 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. Louis Brooks, 6 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown. And Mac Anderson, 3 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown, as we see the highlights on CISN as they replay them. Carson Brown, 1 catch for 3 yards. For Fort Dodge, Tyler Schreier, their leading receiver, 4 catches, 118 yards and a touchdown. Javion Jondi, 4 catches for Javion Jondo, 4 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown. And Brad Badraska, 6 catches for 48 yards. So that's a look at the numbers tonight. Again, Dowling with 389 yards of total offense, 273 for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Thanks to Coach Jarrett Seifert, one of the fine math instructors we had.
Yeah, I know it. This is a tough night because we got to go back to work.
Yes, you do tomorrow morning. Don't forget to set your alarm. So we'll take a break, come back, go to post-game show. John Chido on the sidelines. We'll catch up with head coach Tom Wilson of Dowling Catholic when we return here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610. Online at ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
Dowling 49 and Fort Dodge 14. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline where John Chido is at. Johnny, take it away.
Well, Coach, great end to the regular season. A lot of guys got playing time tonight. That's nice to see, and you got off to a fast start being on a Thursday night, and that was also a good thing to see tonight.
Well, it was. I was pretty pleased with how we played in the first half. We punted once and we threw the interception. They made a nice play. They just kind of read us, and Steingräber will learn from that. And but I thought overall we played very well. Then come out in the second half and kind of scuffled there for a while after we put some subs in. But then I thought we really picked it up in the fourth quarter when we put the ones back in. Then the kids came back in to get playing time. So it ended up on a high note. Good drive and defensive stop, and some different kids getting their name in the stat book, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that really was, and the energy on the sideline, rooting those kids on. John Reinhardt with that tackle, that was really neat to see, and how the kids were engaged with that.
Yeah, it was awesome, and Dom McBusick getting a fumble recovery, and Dom's new to our program. He's a junior, but it means a lot to him, and to be honest with you, to see him have success means a lot to us. So pretty cool deal, and really proud of those kids.
Well, Coach, once again, congratulations, and we'll look forward to the playoffs starting here in a couple weeks.
All right, thank you.
John Chido with head coach Tom Wilson on the sidelines as wrapping up tonight's game here, Matt Maindring, and a nice run for the Maroons. And you've seen some of the highlights being played on the CISN.TV for a lot of forced fumbles. Remember, Fort Dodge came in with 10 turnovers here in the last 2 games, and they certainly added to it here tonight as the Maroon defense really forced a few.
As Coach talks about, one of the things when you're coaching and you're at this point and you're going through the season, it's fun to see those kids get out there in that last game of the year because they've practiced just as much as everybody else. And they've been through all the drills. They've run every sprint that everybody else has run, and to get them an opportunity to see them out there and play, because those kids end up playing that scout most of the time, and that makes it worthwhile as a coach. And it's fun to see those kids, and those smiles can't get any bigger.
That's right, and especially on senior night. Whether you're a senior or not, you're playing for your teammates.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to say so long to our CISN.TV folks, Pete Tarpey and that crew. Thanks to Devin and Dave on the sideline with that shot of John Chido and Tom Wilson. They do a great job. Randy, the main cameraman up here. We're going to say so long to them as we're going to wrap up our coverage on radio. We'll still be here for our final segment, but thanks to Pete Tarpey and all the group at CISN.TV. They'll be back here tomorrow night for the Valley Ankeny Centennial game about 6:30. Is that right, Mr. Tarpey?
Yes, and we're at Southeast Polk.
And they're at Southeast Polk.
And then we're at
it's Johnston, Southeast Polk there, and you're going to be at Urbandale? Okay, so you'll be all over tomorrow night. CISN.TV. We want to thank them. That'll wrap up their coverage tonight on TV. We'll be back for our final segment. This is Mark Amadale for Matt Mandring and John Chido, back with one more segment on radio. So long to our TV folks here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemin, using science to transform the world. Online at kemin.com.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium, West Des Moines. Senior night for Dowling Catholic and a win for the Maroons tonight as Dowling defeats Fort Dodge by the score of 49-14. Mark Amadale, Matt Mandring, and John Chido is here somewhere, I believe. At least he was.
I think he was saving his foot and not making the trip up.
His foot. He's just going to drop the equipment off
tomorrow.
Okay,
yeah. No, we got it. We got the mic and
somebody messengered this up?
Yeah. CISN's picking him up, man.
That's what happened. I love it. That's awesome. Well, Matt, we'll wrap things up, and what a night it was. We saw Dowling get their season finale win, and the Maroons go to 5-1 to close out the season. They will more than likely get a first-round bye. Folks are listening on their way home. We got the cars leaving the parking lot. Next week, the playoffs start, and Dowling Catholic more than likely will get a bye, and their first postseason game will be played at Drake Stadium, not Williams Stadium because of the COVID. Williams Stadium not available, so we'll go to Drake, and that'll probably be on Friday, October 23rd. Of course, we'll all know probably later this weekend or even Monday with the Boys Association up in Boone decides where to put a bracket in place and how that works. But we know Dowling will be playing, but it won't be for another 15 days.
Right. So my understanding is what they're going to do is they're going to take it and bracket everything out for the first 2 weeks, and then take all the winners from the first 2 weeks and re-bracket them again.
I see.
And then get it down to if that brings it down to the final 4 or the final 8, and then re-bracket it one more time for the final run. So should be fun. You're giving everybody a shot here at the end, and
absolutely,
you might see some blowouts in that first round, but it'll be interesting to see, and gives everyone a shot.
Yep. Well, the final rankings that came out earlier this week. Dowling is ranked second. This is the Radio Iowa High School Football Poll. Our good friend Todd Kim puts that out every Monday. Southeast Polk at number 1, Dowling second, Urbandale third. They're undefeated going into tomorrow night's big matchup at Waukee.
That's going to be a fun game.
That'll be number 3 and number 6 going at each other there. Ankeny is 4th, Pleasant Valley 5th, Waukee, as we mentioned, 6th. Dubuque Hempstead is 7th, Iowa City West is 8th, Sioux City East is 9th, and Cedar Rapids Prairie is 10th. And tomorrow night's game, of course, tonight it was Marshalltown on the road, along with Dowling both playing. Marshalltown at Sioux City North tonight from Olson Stadium up there in the campus of Morningside College in Sioux City. Tomorrow night, it's Johnson at number 1 Southeast Polk, and, of course, the CISN crew will be there. Urbandale will be at Waukee. That's a top 6 matchup, number 3 Urbandale at number 6 Waukee, and that'll also be on CISN.TV. Indianola is at 4th-ranked Ankeny. That'll also be on CISN.TV. Ankeny, Centennial, and Valley right here at Valley Stadium. That'll also be on CISN.TV. So they're going to be busy with 4 games here in Central Iowa. Ames is at Ottumwa, and Mesa City in Class 3A at number 10 Ballard. That game will be played at Gilbert High School beginning at 7:30. And again, Lincoln, East, Hoover, North, and Roosevelt not in the regular season games or the postseason. Our hats off and our hearts are with them.
Yeah,
some of those
we
players,
feel for those kids.
Yeah, we really do, and their coaching staffs.
Yep.
The time and they put in all summer. I see some of those guys all summer, especially at East and at Roosevelt and Mitch Moore. You feel for them, but unfortunately they are not in the playoffs this year or the regular season, and that's. That's a tough break, and our thoughts and prayers are with them. I know the work they put in and their families, so we keep them in mind. But Matt, well, I guess we'll see you. Couple
Fridays off.
What's going on between now and then? We know we got state golf tomorrow, and a couple young men from Dowling will be involved with that. And we had their coach on, Ron Gray, earlier.
Well, we got one more week of regular classes, and then we have finals.
Finals?
22nd and 23rd with our new schedule.
Oh, my.
Because we are taking only 4 classes right now. They'll have covered a semester worth of curriculum by the midpoint of the quarter. So we are having finals on the 22nd and the 23rd. And we have next week Friday off of school as well, so it kind of gives everyone a little breather, chance to get away. And again, we just have to remind everybody, we all have to do our job in making sure that we work with each other and keeping the masks on and doing our part to stay distanced and keep washing hands so we can keep playing football, keep going to school, keep playing volleyball. Number 1 ranked team in the state.
Yep, Mary Beth Wiskus in the volleyball team. You're right.
And we had another great cross-country season. And so to keep all these activities going, everyone's got to do their part and keep everybody safe.
Absolutely. And hats off to the staff at Dowling, both behind the scenes and, keeping the place clean. I mean, everybody, all the teachers, the support staff that you have, the janitors, everybody there.
Josh Kirkpatrick runs our custodial crew, and they just do an amazing job. And what they were able to accomplish this summer and get everything ready, I mean, the air exchangers, everything. We've gone to the nth degree to make sure that we provide every opportunity to create a healthy environment inside that building.
Well, the kids are doing it, and so are the teachers and staff, and hats off to that. And, of course, our thanks to all the people involved. We also want to thank Ethan Stanley and his dad, Mark, for being on our pregame show. Of course, they were the sideline coach for a game as they won that right to do that at the Iowa Catholic Radio Men's Stag back in September. So they both got to be here tonight. Our thanks to head coach Tom Wilson for letting them peek behind the scenes of the Dowling football team, and I hope they both enjoyed it. And Ethan's a freshman at Dowling on the golf team, and we had his coach on, Ron Gray, at halftime. I want to thank Ron, but I hope the Stanleys enjoyed their stay here tonight. What a beautiful night that was. And, of course, our thanks to Ron Gray. He's going to be coaching tomorrow. Luke McFarling and Jake Noonan will be golfing for Dowling at the state meet. They both tied for 6th up in Sioux City on Monday, so they get a golf here at home at Des Moines Golf and Country Club tomorrow. Best of luck the next 2 days to them.
Best of luck to those 2 young men as they go represent us tomorrow.
Absolutely. And, of course, what else we got going on? I have some notes here. I think got a lot going on. Obviously, volleyball. You mentioned number 1 ranked volleyball team. Mary Beth and her team. We hope to catch up with her maybe for the first playoff game at Drake. I think I'm going to visit with her.
I'd be remiss if I forgot about swim team as well, as we talk about our teams swimming. Our girls swim and dive team is just doing an outstanding job again this year as well.
Third ranked.
Yeah, I mean, it's something.
Swim.
They're
the defending champs too.
Yeah.
So they're having a tremendous year. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Matt, I want to thank you for all you do, and I appreciate your time. And, we all got to get up and go to work tomorrow. It's not Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
We can't lounge around, go out to breakfast, sleep in. We go back to work. But thanks for all you do.
You bet.
And we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks.
All right. Sounds good, Mark. Thank you.
That'll wrap up our coverage tonight. Again, our thanks to the CISN .TV crew, and along with our staff here, John Chido, our sideline reporter, Matt Mandry, Mark Hamadale, Jeff Pickett behind the scenes, our studio producer. I want to thank him, and all the folks at Dowling Catholic Athletic Director and head football coach Tom Wilson. Appreciate his time before, during, and after the ball game. Dr. Dan Ryan and Father Ryan Andrew, our Dowling chaplain. Our thanks to Ron Gray for being our halftime guest tonight, and our folks at Iowa Catholic Radio, our business underwriters and supporters. Our thanks to them, including Bozen the Florist, our Red Zone sponsor, Ashworth Vision, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, along with the fine folks at Kemen, Mercy One, and Skeffington's. And we also want to thank the Fort Dodge administration, athletic director Kevin Astor, and Fort Dodge High School head football coach Nick Mosier in his first year as his team closes out its first season, regular season, with a record of 3-4. Dodgers will advance to the playoffs next week or the week after if they get a bye, so congratulations to them, as the playoffs are up next for both teams beginning next week. And don't forget to join us for the playoffs as they begin on in October 16th and 23rd, depending on what they're scheduled. Those will all come out following tomorrow night's regular season finales, finales across the state of Iowa. So be mindful of that. It'll be on Friday, October 23rd, the first round, the second round, first round games on Friday, October 16th, and the second round on Friday, October 23rd. Again, the final tonight, Dowling 49 and Fort Dodge 14. The Maroons close out the regular season with the record of 5-1 and a number 2 ranking. Dodgers close out their record with the record of 3-4. Again, our thanks to Pete Tarpey and the group for Central Iowa Sports Network. Matt Mandring, John Child have been my broadcast partners. For Jeff Piggott, I'm Mark Amadeo. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio as Dowlings win on senior night over Fort Dodge 49-14. And we'll talk to you during playoffs here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic High School football is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemen, Mercy One, Skeffington's Formalware, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.